the quick video and then we can start. So you get just 3 minutes.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. Hey guys, can you guys hear me? Can you all hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? What happened? Hello, hello. Let's see. Hello, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, you are on the mute.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah. Shibrulai, your sound is echoing.
Can you hear me now?
So, now is good. I think. Much better.
We're ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have a big we have today's and next Saturday. Next Saturday is the agenda. I request all of you to pay very close attention. Is very important. You guys will be happy. So let's go start the journey. Welcome everyone. So let's go enrollment inquiries. Let's actually put everything here. So let me copy paste everything here. Go back here and then type here again. Okay, so we are going over this. Today is everybody's meeting. Join the meeting. You can. This is the meeting link, and the agenda is here. You guys can go over, and then we'll cover this first. So make sure everybody can ask the question, can understand. We send you guys the email as well, so you guys should be able to read your email for the each of this agenda.
I didn't get the email.
You did not?
No.
So you can actually, so let's do this. You can actually click this. And are you in this chat?
Yes.
Okay, so you should be able to get all the information. So yep, you can check. Each of our program roadmap is completely dynamic. To be honest, our team, even we don't know when we make the changes. We make the changes on the fly. That's kind of how we do things, and it helps us to be productive. Okay, so let's go with the agenda today. So again, myself, Shiblu Ahmad. My last job was the Volkswagen Group of America as lead solutions architect. Now I run my company, so you can call the CEO or CTO or the team member, whatever best for you. If you have any difficulties throughout to join, simply just call this number. Our team member will be able to help you. So we are going to start with the based on your open Q&A. Last week I did not allow you guys to ask the question. This week you guys can ask the question in the beginning. Then we'll be starting the journey after the open Q&A is done. Okay, so please feel free to ask the question. I don't know if someone was able to join the chat. That's number one. If you did, that is great. If you are not able to, then you can simply join the chat. Is like our chat link is here. If you see ts4u.us/link/training, you type it, then you can join. Okay, so that's number one. And number two is so workshop will be. Let me tell you this. If you are not talking, please mute yourself. So number one, when you join the online meeting, mute yourself. Number two, when you talk, just say your name. Hey, this is so and so. I have a question. So that's the typical or the standard practice when you join a meeting. Okay. So number one, mute yourself. Number two, hey, so and so, this is me. I have a question. Number three, put your name properly so other people know. Do not use any like the shortcut name. So those are the best practice, and pay very close attention. Do not go in the bathroom and then talk, and do not do not fight with your family, and then unmute yourself. So all the very risk when you work remotely. Okay, I want to make it clear. And if Aisha, your camera is on, you can off your camera. You're fine. Okay. All right. So yeah, make sure you can turn off your camera if you are not ready. And let's say those are the best practice. One more time, mute yourself, put your name in the meeting, and then when you ask the question, just say, hey, Shibla Ahmad, I have a question. Number four, do not just join the meeting and just do the Facebook, do anything else. You will be in trouble. So avoid all of this, because the virtual work is more than like the in-person work. So those are the best practice. So CloudOps workshop will be every Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So next week, it will be time change. Okay, so let's figure it out. Let's say time change. Okay, so March 13th. So next week will be fine. From March 13th, the time will be changing. That's the reason we will have the 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, the CloudOps, DevOps, AWS Cloud Engineer workshop. every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 1 day a week. Okay. Based on the people, the time and availability, if someone pays the whole amount and they have a time, they want to get it done in 5 and 6 months, we will give them extra time, the double the workshop, so they can get it done. Okay, that's the benefits of paying one time. QA workshop will be every Sunday between the 10:30 a.m. or the 11:30 a.m. Flexible. As of now, flexible, but every Sunday between the 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. start time. Workshop is typically 3 hours. It can go 4 hours. Okay. The day in the workshop, kindly just take the day off from your work. Okay. That's the best practice. For the vehicle validation engineer, 5 a.m. Eastern time. Because my friend, the mentor, he is the Chrysler full-time employee, the FCA full-time employee, vehicle validation engineer. 18 years he worked. He said, I have to be 5 a.m. so I can be the best my version. Because he said after 6 p.m., my brain doesn't work. So he said 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. I like the best time. Okay. Vehicle validation engineer, only the 4-month program. Okay. There is Agile Scrum. There is all the manual testing. Stay as it is. You have to learn the vehicle communication, which is CAN networking. That's the connected vehicle. That's the only the exceptional. Okay. Product owner will be only the 2 weeks. And then the members who will be selecting, they will be working with us. Okay. Based on their availability, because product owner only the 2 days of maximum 2 days of training, means what to do. Remaining how to do, they will be working with us 2.5 months to 3 months in and out based on their time. It's like their internship. Okay, that's pretty much it. So let's go one more time. CloudOps, DevOps, AWS Cloud Engineer will be every Saturday 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, because the time is going to be changed. Next week, no time change. Same, 10 a.m. No change, because next week is still all the 4 program. I am your the mentor. 2 months. Okay, I can take care of everything. I can take care of 6 months, but I'm not. Do not worry. I'm not the. I do not want to do all of this. I have other work to do. But the cultural thing, Agile Scrum, software development, your onboarding, your all the contents, what to do, and how to use our portal, the culturally fit, all of this must be done in order to continue in our program. Because we have a good reputation, which is this: none of our people get fired from the job. Why? Because we build them a strong foundation, strong, like what is called the corporate culture in them. Means they have to practice here. Okay. So any question on this? Any question on the timing part? If you guys have any question, you can ask me now. Okay. So you guys can also view this. I will be updating this time. As for the enrollment wise, again, you guys can ask the question if you guys need it, if you have any question. So let's go back here a little bit. This portal related question and answer, new portal functionality. So I go with this first. So you guys know that this is the portal, and whenever any company you join, you have to go to the onboarding process. Onboarding process means the tools you will be using, the technology you will be using, the people you will be working with, your immediate team, your support team, your like the business team, all people you will be familiar with them to build the relationship. This is called the onboarding process. We do the same thing here. Here in our portal, we have all the tools, people, and the technology involved that you have to get used to it. then you will be either you will be remote or you will be like in person. It does not really make any differences. You are completely on board and you are with us. Okay, so this is super important. So of course, my important links, my program, you will see we do everything will be here. My end-to-end program agenda weekly, the workshop or the class, whatever you call it, the training agenda will be here. We will be giving you the link before, so you have them and you can look at it. Okay, so that's the number one. And you will be journeying through this and through this. Nothing important at this moment. You will be coming here every day. You will be coming here every day. This is all the documentation. This is all the modules. I can tell you one thing. Most of the people in our program are behind. Only two reasons. They do not understand. They do not take the portal seriously. They do not follow the process and procedure. They just text me on the WhatsApp or the Facebook or the call me. But everything is here. Just a simple common sense will make your life super productive and you will be in the best. Again, I do not need your technical abilities. We can make you. That's our goal. That's the reason you are here. You trust us with your time, with your effort, with your money. But after you trust, you need to listen what we say, how we say it. You need to deliver it that way. And then you'll be productive. So this portal will be everything for you throughout your journey. Even when you go to the job market, this is it. You're chatting, this is it. Okay. So on my program, always look at my progress. You guys can be remote, but I can tell you who does what. Okay. From your progress, you will know what you are doing. Because everything we give you, there is a purpose. There is a reason behind this. So you need to use them because you are preparing yourself for the corporate environment so you can work right away. So you cannot take anything light here. So my progress is super important. There is two things. One is your progress on the top. Okay. Then you see the TS4U progress means when we upload documents, once we do something means upload some documents, do something, then you can see those as well. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. Again, this is new. You did not see last week. And this is the way you can learn your progress. I can learn your progress. Your mentor can learn your progress. Do not take it simple. Okay. Take it seriously. So view. After view, then of course, as we said, you will be getting all this. You have all this content. And then we'll be studying the communication documents. I think you guys will have everything else. Now the communication is our chat and our like own the Zoom. You guys already have the information, so you guys are good. Onboarding documentation. This is the for the CloudOps. You guys will need the software. For the quality engineer, you guys will need the different software. That's the if you log into your portal, you will see your own documentation. Any program you are in, your documentation is specific for you. If you see any issues, then you just simply communicate, hey, this documentation I do not understand. That's it. Excuse me, sorry. And then this is where we are going to start. Okay. In any environment you go, you have to start with the Agile Scrum. So anyway, I'm not going far. So this is the again one more time. Then we will be adding the every workshop here. Means that today's session will be added here, so member can watch later on, also on YouTube. But not every workshop will be on YouTube. So you guys know that. Okay. So this is important. Where do you find the workshop video? Here. We do not call it training. We call the workshop. Okay. My purchase item again. We do everything. We give you guys everything you need. After you become the efficient on it, you can get your own job. You are fine. Everything is ready to go. but you can buy the program from us down the path. You don't need to worry about anything. For now, you are fine. My documents is the important, as we said last week. All the documentation we will be sending you will be here. Important, less important, you will be seeing here. So I think that's the important things. This is again, you will be uploading your documents, like your assignment. My mock interview, you guys will have it. In the future, people will not have all this mock interview. Okay. And my calendar is super important. That's the where you need to meet with anybody. You need to set up a meeting here. Okay. And we do not want you guys work Saturday and Sunday. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, we are off. So we are Monday to Friday, we are on 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So you can set up the meeting with our team. Our team is available based on the capacity. Capacity means, of course, if someone is meeting with other people, they will say, let's meet after 1 hour. So you have to set up the meeting. Meeting should have the agenda, action item, and follow-up. You'll be learning as you start the journey. In the myself, I think we went over everything last week. You need the payment section. When you make a payment, you just upload here. Upload means you just say I paid. That's it. We verify and we update you. Show and tell is super important. You have to finish the show and tell is part of the program. 10 show and tell. Show and tell means, let's say we talk about the Agile Scrum today. You followed me very well. You prepared a PowerPoint presentation. Then you just presented me. You talk about you talk about whatever you learned. That's the show and tell. Making a PowerPoint and present 5 people, 10 people, 50 people, and that's part of the job. You have to do this. I'm not going that far. If you guys have any issues with us, just track here. Okay. If someone help you, just give a compliment. Okay. You remember, and make sure track your day-to-day activities. Everything is given for you. Someone asks, am I getting the real life? This is how the real life is. Okay. All the things in a package deal. We ask the question, what are your day-to-day activities? I don't know anything. That's not how it works. You do a lot of things. You do join the daily stand-up, the sprint planning meeting, technical review meeting. You do meeting with your team. You work you do deploy something or test something. Then you review that and then you update your day-to-day activities. Right? But you are not able to say anything because why? Tell me. Because if you do not do here, you'll not be able to say in your interview. That's the problem. So you have to do here. This is mandatory. Charge it. Thank you. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go back to our agenda. Portal related question. Hey, there is a good news. There is a good news. So if you guys the app user, App Store, and go to the App Store, and you should be able to find out the TS4U's app. Okay, so how to do this? Let me go back. Let's go back. I think I posted. You find out here. So from your App Store, just type it. TS4U space IT. Then you will see this. This is the app name. Hey, we are proud. What do? We develop the software. We develop the mobile application, web application, desktop application. That's the reason we are different from other people. So we give you guys the mobile application, so you'll be productive. You'll be efficient. You can take the program as like the mobility. You'll be passionate about the learning. In this app, there is everything we think you need. Program is there. Your mock interview is there. You can set up the calendar. You can see the documentation. All the important things in the app. You can chat in the app. Look at this. You can get the notification. So download the app, TS4U, IT Training and Career. And you'll be learning. Next 6 months or 8 months, how long you'll be learning how we enhance this app That's the reason you are not part of the training. You are part of the learning by doing. How we are developing software, you guys will know everything step by step. So to extend a little bit, I do not give you guys all the information because you guys not in the team yet. Normally we have a global announcement and promotion. That's the where we actually give all the good news to our members. Okay, that's how we do. So our members knows what is going on before it goes to the social media. Our members knows. Okay, because these people last 3 months they went through the journey. Many said I never knew how to mobile app work, means development work. They learn everything. Okay, so you guys will be learning the same way, but you guys will be learning the production version. This is the production version, and then you guys will build a testing version as well. So download the app from the app store. For the Android user, we are actually working. Okay, so maybe 2 weeks, so it will be on the Play Store as well. Okay, so your app gives everything is fully updated. Okay, so that has been covered. Let's go see. Okay, guys, in this section, you guys have any question? Please, this is important. We have covered this. We have covered this. Now we have covered this. Any question? You guys can unmute yourself. You are absolutely fine to ask the question now. Okay, so let's say no question. That's good. Okay, so I think you guys have the link. This link, everybody has this link. Someone asked what is the CloudOps, the program we put together and send the email, what we cover. Actually, everything is here. You will be starting with the Linux. We actually extensively covered the Linux. Okay, you'll be working with the beside the Linux, you'll be AWS Cloud Solution Architect Associate, or you can do the AWS DevOps Engineer. You can do the test for both, and we have that extensive coverage. You'll be learning the app server, web server. Web server is Apache and the Nginx. You'll be able to application deployment for the 2-tier and 3-tier, which is Node.js, Python, PHP, Java. Because the CloudOps DevOps Engineer major responsibility is deploy the code after the software developer write the code. Deploy code throughout the day and night and automated deployment. Okay, and then make sure the environment is working fine. It means the production is working fine, staging is working fine, integrations in environment is working fine. That's their fundamentally main responsibility in the job. In US, I have not heard any of the CloudOps DevOps engineer, they write the software code. They do not. That's my experience. In case if you get those experience, I did not see any, we'll be helping. Don't worry about anything. Scripting, we'll be teaching you the scripting only one, but the amount of the automated tools you will be going through, those will cover a lot of automation. Automation means you are not doing manually, or the tools will be doing something productive way that for human, it is so much work manually. So those are the CloudOps, like the tools, they're pretty solid. They actually do a lot of like the work for you, automated way. Okay, so that's the one. So we talk about this. You learn the virtualization, automation, and virtualization. You'll be learning and doing the infrastructure as a code and the infrastructure automation. Okay, and those are the limited. You will be getting the Kubernetes, and the virtualization is the Docker container, Docker Swarm, and the Kubernetes. You'll be learning the CI/CD, GitLab CI, and then the Jenkins as well as the GitHub. So once you'll be able to do one, other you'll be able to do easily. You'll be extensively learning reading the documentation and execute it. That's the part of your job. Okay? Part of your job, sometimes you'll be able to watch video and do it. Many times you'll be reading the documentation, you'll be able to do it. If you don't know, you'll write down the questions, you set up a meeting with your senior engineer to go over, and that's the work process and procedure. So those you'll be doing here. So this is about the CloudOps journey. 8 months, even we are thinking 8 months is still less, because we want to make sure our members never get any issues. Still, we cannot cover all the tools. We cannot make you the best of best. We cover extensively that you have the confidence on your shoulder that you can carry moving forward, and everything you need we provide so you can be successful. Okay? So now let's go back to the quality engineer one. Again, a quality engineer also part of the software development team. So again, software engineer, CloudOps engineer, quality engineer. Software engineer writing the code, CloudOps engineer deploy the code, and then quality engineer test the code. So you guys see, all in the same team. And the who manage them? Product owner. So again, you guys have the number 4, product owner. You guys all have to work together in an Agile Scrum environment to develop the application and services and push to the production. That's their goal. So for the quality engineer, again, that's the tools and technology you'll be learning. They also learn the GitHub. They also learn the Jenkins. They do the manual testing, automation testing. They do the UI, the API testing. They do the database query. You guys do the same. Again, the CloudOps does all the same thing except these two. They do the manual testing, but they do not they need to write the manual testing like a professional test case way. They don't. They do not write the automation testing, but some does, not here. So you'll be doing this. Mobile testing is super important because you have the mobile app. Of course, mock interview for everybody. So this is pretty much same for everybody. So this is same, this is same, this is same. This all actually does the QA, DevOps, product owner, vehicle validation engineer. They all have to do all this and this. The QA does this extensively and all of this, and then CloudOps engineer does this very extensively. Okay, so you guys see, you guys work in the same team, means same project, and so many tools, you have similarities in many projects. So collaborating with one another, knowledge transfer with one another, it helps you a lot to be productive and to be efficient. Become silo or isolated means in a big building, you are just in your room. It's called the isolation. That's not good. That's not good in the software development environment. Nowhere is good. Okay, so you have to work in a collaborative environment. You have to do your part of communication, and they have to communicate as well. Of course, they have everything else. I will be taking care of all of this. They do all of this too. CloudOps does all of this too. Vehicle validation, they don't do this because they do the vehicle side, all this. So I got API, CloudOps does very extensively. So QA does very extensively. DB queries, CloudOps does very extensively. So the QA does very extensively because they need to. A vehicle validation, they don't do this. Windows command prompt, of course, the CloudOps, their job is the working in the command line. So they do this Linux command a lot, and the QA does Windows command line and the Linux command line. And we are going to encourage our CloudOps, they need to do the command line as well. Okay. GitHub is like the CloudOps engineer, like a day in, day out. They're like a sleeping, living, breathing there. Why? Because the code is continuous coming to the GitHub. If 10 developer is writing the code, they continue, push the code to the GitHub. So DevOps engineer, CloudOps engineer take it and push, build it and push to where? Staging environment, integration environment, beta environment, and finally production environment. And QA does, they write the code, they drop their code in the code repository, and then they integrate with the Jenkins for their test automation, automated run. So they have to do as well, but the small scaling, not the big functionality. So they do the QA does the Jenkins as well. It's different than the CloudOps. QA extensively write the code for the GUI automation, means web automation. So they use the IDE, means integrated development environment. It is a software. You can write the code, you can debug the code, and you can actually just run the code and to see code is working or not. Code means GUI code, GUI automation or the API automation. And the QA goes through the Java, core Java, because without the automation means machine has to do human work. That's the meaning of the automation. So we have to teach them the core Java, the things really they need for the automation framework development. Of course, we teach them hands-on step by step, but they have to learn the core Java. For the Maven, it does both. The CloudOps does and the QA does. Maven is only for the Java side dependency. For the each programming language has their own dependency tools. So an example, the Node.js is npm, Python, pip, right? For the Java, Maven and other. It's like the package management you guys will be learning is easy. Plus, they will be learning the test engine, which is all about their testing. They will be doing the excellent, the framework, BDD, that human can read, a manager can read what the automation does. That's it. Business need to read what the automation does. Why us is all about our marketing. You guys know that. Okay, now let's go to the vehicle validation engineer. So you guys will know. Vehicle validation engineer, infotainment test engineer, it is a job in the software development industry or in the vehicle development. The purpose of this, the vehicle has a lot of ECU. Okay, ECU means like the AC and the heat. It is a ECU. It has a ECU. You see the mirror and your engine and your whatever. Vehicle has all the ECUs, all the sensor. ECU has a sensor that has a messaging. So vehicle validation engineer extensively learn CAN communication. That's the vehicle network. Okay, and they use the specific software to evaluate the CAN message and signal against the business requirement or the specification. They use the Jira, they use the Excel for the test case, they follow the Agile Scrum. They have the 2 weeks sprint, they create the bug. Same thing. Okay? When they come to the connected vehicle means, remember, we have many of our vehicle, we have a the key, we can start our vehicle from our key, right? Everybody knows it. Hey, I have a Cadillac Escalade, I had it from my bed. I used to like turn on my vehicle, so vehicle gets heated up or the AC is ready to go. Okay? Nowadays, you can do from your mobile app, and that's called the connected vehicle. Okay? When you can control a thing means a hardware from your mobile app or the website from a software, is called the IoT, Internet of Things. From the automotive industry, it is called the connected vehicle. So the vehicle validation engineer, they learn the CAN communication, they learn the Agile Scrum, they learn the Jira, they learn the test case development, testing, test reporting. They also learn the GitHub because their testing need to go to the GitHub as well. Because they have also the software engineer, they actually write the code either Python or Java or the C language, because all the ECU, all the C language. So they are writing the code is coming to the vehicle validation engineer. They get this code, they get a build, they put it into their bench. It's bench, not the vehicle, because the vehicle takes 3 years to be ready. So they do test in their bench. Bench means literally bench. Okay, they have this special equipment, they put the new software, they start testing. Same thing, the test case on the Excel, and they go step by step, execute the test case, they find a bug, they report in the Jira. They have the same life cycle. Agile Scrum, 2 weeks, daily stand-up, show and tell, retrospective, start the new sprint. That's it. Nothing changed for them as well. All right, so what they have all this. So again, this program is 4 months. The CAN communication is the most important one. When you learn the CAN, then you'll be ready to go. Other thing we teach through our actually specific software and the simulated and the automation we teach as well. So that's the actually glimpse. Okay. All right, so let's now go to the product owner. Product owner is a role. Again, remember the software engineer, quality engineer, the web developer, front-end, backend, CloudOps engineer, they all work in a project. In a project means we want to build something. You guys will know soon. And the people in Agile Scrum, we make one person just to lead us, lead the work, get the work done. That person name is product owner. So this person need to have an outstanding communication skill. This person need to know how the Jira works extensively. Create sprint, manage sprint, everything they have to know very extensively. Okay, so that's their job. They managed the whole team. They groom the whole requirements, sprint planning, day-to-day stand-up, show and tell, retrospective, continue. They do all of this. We means as a product, as a quality engineer, DevOps engineer, vehicle validation engineer, solution architect, we are just following the Agile Scrum methodology and the tools. Tools can be anything. Can be Jira, can be DevOps Azure, can be internal tools. It does not really matter what tools. You know the Agile Scrum, you can be fit yourself in any environment. So again, they know all of this. They have to do all of this only 2 weeks. It's not that complicated. The complicated is dealing with the people. The most complicated thing for them, dealing with the people. Sometimes you really have to push people hard, right? Hey, why is not done yet? We got to get it done by tomorrow because business is waiting, right? So to push people, you need to have a good communication skills, people skills, your project skills. The project means the requirements as a team developing, you need to understand them. So many product owners write the business requirement into user story. Again, it's a project to project is different. Okay, project to project is different, but many product owner, for their own benefits, they actually go over each of the user story, means business requirements. Either they write it or they work closely with the business analyst to understand so that they can lead the team. Lead the team means, again, software engineer, product, the what is called the quality engineer, mobile app engineer, database engineer, CloudOps engineer, solution architect, they all work in the same team, and the product owner is the leading person here. Okay, so this is actually the 3-month program, more than enough. Somebody will be working with us to lead our project based on their availability, so they get the full knowledge. And they have to learn the technology as well. They do not need to learn the automation, but they need to know the value of automation. They do not need to create the test cases, but they need to know how that manual test case works, because that person wrote the requirements if their project is structured that way. Again, project to project is varies, but they will be also become familiar with those terminology. Okay, it's not like, oh, I don't have any job here. You have a lot of job. You will be on the meeting from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day. Okay, so you'll be your PowerPoint skills, Excel skills, project management like a Jira, the Excel and the email communication, the Slack type of tools, superstar. So those has to be, you need to know the English. Of course, we are immigrant. None of us best of English, none of us perfect of English. There is a lot of tools. I personally use the Grammarly, so you guys can use Grammarly. Grammarly helps a lot. All right, guys, and that's pretty much it. And then we'll be starting the journey soon. Any question between this? I think we pretty much cover everything at each of the tools. You guys can ask the question in between. Can you guys hear me, by the way? I hope you guys can hear me, right? I hope so. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, okay, good. Go ahead.
Hi, Shanava there. I have a question, right?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Like environment, whatever we do, we document that, right? Like,
absolutely.
So we're gonna be doing this over here too.
Yes.
Okay.
Now let me show this. Yeah. Good question. Yeah. No. My uploaded. That's the way you will be. Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool. Again, Shanava there. One more question.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Like, we have any emailing system? Like you said, we are working in the team, right?
Yep.
There's gonna be a project owner. There's gonna be software developers, and
we'll go.
And obviously, I'm gonna be learning day off, right? So we have any communication method, like we're working as a team. Let's say, for example, I'm asking something for my teammate or a project owner.
Absolutely.
So we have any service now or any software we be using in the environment?
We will go about this soon.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, you guys have no question. That's good. No question is good thing. Or maybe you need to absorb everything. After this done, you guys have the whole week to absorb, to write down the question and ask the question. Okay. So anyone? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I can talk to you personally? Is there any number or WhatsApp? How can I connect you?
Here.
That's right. The number you are putting here, I called several times. I didn't pick.
Yeah, you can call this number. So basically, you can. I actually stay here all day. Since this is the commitment, if you join our chat, if you join the chat, actually you can first communication start from here. Then you can chat one-on-one with me as well. Okay.
Okay.
If you just type my name, then you'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep. Absolutely. What other question do you guys have? Okay. So let's go back a little bit far. So we designed today's agenda in a 2. Next week will be the same. You guys will be able to join. Okay. Let's see. Did anyone work here from the software development background before? Just to ask the question. No? Did anyone the work in the IT here? Shana, you did, right?
Like I work in the IT, that's what you're asking?
Yeah. Did you work?
Yeah. I'm working as a desktop support engineer. Yeah.
So what do you guys do normally?
We do the imaging, helping the user. We work on Office 365, SSEM, Windows Server.
Nice. And then your friend, he's doing the same thing?
Yeah, he's doing the same thing. Yep.
Okay.
He's here. He joined. He's
okay.
Here.
Got it. And do you guys follow any methodology in the work, like the Agile Scrum or anything?
No, we use for communication. We use ServiceNow. And everything else is like Excel. A spreadsheet. Whatever updates we do, and whatever the agenda we get, it's just a spreadsheet, and our team is shared with that spreadsheet and the MS team, and we check it every morning, what's there, what we have to do.
And you use the ticketing software, right?
Yeah, ServiceNow we use.
ServiceNow, not the Jira.
No.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's the pretty much the same condition here.
Okay.
For ticketing system, we have our own ticketing system over here. So we use MS Teams for communication purpose, as you have shown here.
that we need to follow some corporate culture. So for that,
absolutely.
So yeah, we have practice over there.
Absolutely. So the other people who never work in the any type of like the corporate environment, the corporate environment is different for the IT and then the other. So corporate environment in the banking, I'm a Chase banker. I just behind the glass, I just sit down. Somebody come and they make they give money, deposit money. That's the different than the what is called the IT corporate. IT corporate is different. You have a the DevOps engineering team, you have a quality engineering team, you have a desktop engineering team, you have a system engineering team. They all work in the companies. All the software means their web application or the mobile application or their databases, their systems can be Linux system, can be Windows system, can be servers. So their work is different. So for them, they follow the specific the methodology, or they actually use the specific tools, many tools, many tools. So for those tools, all this the IT position exists, and you are good at those tools to implement for your role, then you become one of the position owner. So you know all the DevOps tool and you know how to use them in a project structure or in a company structure, then you DevOps engineer. If you know the quality engineer and you know how to use those tools in the project level, then you become a quality engineer. The same goes for each of the position. So learning tools is easier because there is a lots of like the contents on Google, Stack Overflow, of course YouTube, Udemy. There is so many, right? There is so many. But the project is structured like the know what to learn and know what not to learn and know what to learn and get started. Those are actually the a guideline you need. Of course, you need a professional mentor who actually working in the industry. So it makes your life easier. You can do yourself, but doing yourself, I don't know the exact number. Less amount of people are self-motivated, they can do it continuously. When you work in an environment, you get push. You have a like a, what is called, you have a the pressure, you have a challenge, you have a the focus to on a deadline. So that's the reason when you work in a group or when you work in a certain period of time, you need to get it done. It's better become successful. Okay. And success recipe, your success recipe is not for depending on someone day-to-day work. What I mean is, if you want to become successful, you need to know what is the criteria to become successful. Number one, you need to have a highest criteria, the priority that I need to do this. That's number one, priority. Okay, if you have a priority, then you will give the less reason. Okay, priority means I want to do this. And when you have a priority, then it becomes a passion. What passion means, yes, I'm prioritizing my work. No matter how difficult it is, I love it. I'm like a sweaty, right? I'm like a failing. No, you'll come back again. That's called the passion. Okay? We love the people who is passionate what they do. Any manager, once you say, I'm passionate what I do, manager is happy because it means you go above and beyond. You love what you do. It means every job has a stress. Every job, every responsibility is stress. But you take stress in a happy way. I will get it done. It's okay. If it does not work this way, I will try the second method. I will try the third method. I will do some Googling. Instead of you just give up quickly, or you get impatient, or you get like the frustrated. So what passion has a lot of power. Your negative power become the positive. So that's the passion. So priority, passion. Of course, passion has some relationship with the dedication, right? When something doesn't work, you are passionate to go above and beyond, so you need to dedicate your time, right? I will highly recommend you, if you say yes on passion, the priority and the passion, you can say the dedication should be there as well. So try, just avoid this year all the outside activities. If it's not needed, just say your family, I'm doing something, I'm focusing on this, I want to get it done, help me out. Okay, do not say, Baya, I want to go to the Cancun, Baya, I want to go to the Hollywood. Do not tell me all of this. That's not you need to tell me. If you ask me, but yeah, just try to avoid all the activities this year. I guarantee you, you'll be successful. Okay, that's called the dedication. So once you meet three of this, remaining should be easy. Remaining, many other things involved here. I'm giving you a success recipe. But yeah, do not be arrogant and ignorant. What it means, put the trust. What it means, you came here with the intention, with your time, spending your time and money. Okay? Stick with your mentor, what they say. Fulfill their needs, what they give you. Then do additional thing. If you are doing something different than your mentor say, two people are different, it's a problem. It should not be there. So it bring the trust, integrity, okay, faith. I don't know which religion all of you guys. In my religion, everything is started with the call the faith. If you have a faith, you're good. You do not have faith, you have nothing. Anything you do, put the faith. I'll get it done. I trust myself, I can get it done. Say that word always. I trust myself, I'll get it done. I got this. I get it done. It's okay. It's okay. I got it. Say those words. Do not say the negative thing. That's not help you. That's the reason one person leading the whole world and we are all worker, right? 8 to 5, $9, $10, right? Do not say all of this. Faith yourself, you can do it. Some people do in 1 day. Some people do in 5 days. Do not give up. So you see the faith, bring another word, do not give up. Of course, sometimes you just do not intend something like I'm giving this program recipe. I'm not telling you, hey, go to the moon now. I'm not telling you that. I'm giving you the motivational speech and the sharing the wisdom. A program is completely manageable, achievable, and doable by all of you in 6 to 8 months, by all of you. But I'm just sharing my wisdom and the experience. So what it does, so faith, everything you have to faith. I'm telling you a story, so you will understand that. Many people come here, but yeah, I don't have money, one thing. But yeah, can I even do this? Yeah. Actually, he has a problem here. It's not the money. He actually does not believe himself if he can do this. So that's the reason he spend money. I normally say do not give money, but yeah, please go. You go somewhere else, you give somebody money, you do not put me in a jeopardy that I tell you that. I do not tell you anything. I tell you that's truly what is truth. Trust yourself, you have the money. Everybody has money in this country, by the way. Okay, everybody has money. But the faith, he does not have the faith. So he spent time 5 months, 6 months, 8 months. After this spend time, he does not put any effort. Effort means there is no dedication there. There is no a commitment there. There is no effort there. So you have to put all this word into action. Then you'll be successful. This kind of program, actually, very expensive if you, the way it is done, it's very expensive. Normally, the training is 2 days, 5 days. Training is not 8 months. 8 months is a program, right? 8 months university course, 2 semester, right? But we give in a way to highlight non-IT people or people who does not have the corporate background. They don't know what to say in the corporate environment, how to say things, how to do things, right? If I'm a Uber driver, 8 years of my life, I don't know how to talk in the corporate environment. I don't know how to write an email. I didn't know. Is it my crime? It is not a crime. It is my fault? No. Through the program, you will be learning them. You have to learn them. Then you will be preparing yourself for the same role Role means the tools you're learning. And the corporate environments means other thing you have to do. In the tools only will not give you a job, because we, in many members I provide the professional job support. I just write a couple sentence. That's it. Just a couple sentence email. That's it. That sentence protect your job. Everybody's safe. Nobody tells him anything. Just a couple sentence email. Nothing. Nobody say anything. They push him. I just read and I just say. So you see, this tools is not protecting your job. You have to do all this. Tools, corporate environment, understand what they're asking and take the action based on the situation. All things you have to do. That's the we call the transformation. Means a journey. If you're good at it, you're better. You'll be better. If you're not good at it, you have to practice it. And do not say, "Bhaiya, I'm very good at all of this," but you're not doing any of this here. Or I don't know what you're good at. I don't see your professional communication here that way. You don't come to the workshop, or you are late, or you are not doing any show and tell, and you are not working with any member. You do not even chat anything. You do not respond to anybody else. You do not work with any team member. But you say, "Bhaiya, I'm very good. I'm very good." That called the either arrogant or the ignorant. So don't be that. We do not like this in the corporate environment, especially in the IT environment, those type of people. In the IT, it is very collaborative environment, very much communication needed. Do you know why? Because a company, like think about the Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they have thousands of systems. If you do not trust me, they have thousands systems. So if those system is not communicating, system will be down. So who is responsible for the people? People, me and you are responsible those system to work. So if the many people do not communicate each other, system will not communicate. When people communicate, they configure the system. When you configure the system work, and the customer get the service. That's the reason your extensive communication is important here. You cannot be arrogant. You cannot be ignorant. You have to prove what you do. Then other people will know you are a valuable person in the team. You'll be successful. There is no if then else. This is it. You'll be following them. You'll be successful. So that was my motivational speech for you guys before we get started this. Anyone has any question? Many people ask me, text me, "But yeah, can I do this?" I said you can do this, but I thought I just give you the extra 10 minutes so you guys know what it takes to do this. If you know our journey, in 6 months we built everything. You have no clue what we built. You have no clue what we did here. Okay, we run the whole platform. We have our own chat application. We have our own notification system. We have our own administrative portal. We can control everybody, everything. We did it in 6 months. That's called the software development. We built our own mobile application, right? So you see, it's everything. Trust yourself, you can do it. See, our mobile application as well, the desktop application for the chat, we did it because we're a software development company. We all communicate day in, day out. We make mistake, we work, we get frustrated, we work. Okay? That's our journey, 6 months. We started July. Everything is wrapped up. You guys are seeing it, and you guys will see the excitement next 6 months as well. That's the we'll be talking today. So if you ask me, what do we do? Nothing is nobody's product, is us. Every line of code, every line of requirement. I put it into so you guys can get the benefits, because I had the long experience to become an IT professional. Okay, so let's get started the journey now. If you guys have no question, we can take a couple minutes break. Then I can start this. This is important because Shanawa, this will be answering your question pretty soon. Okay, so in a couple weeks you will see you will see the magic happen. Okay. In a couple weeks. Yes.
Cool. This is Nazim. What is accessibility work? What is accessibility is in IT, and how did it work?
Sure.
Yeah. And so like how much code, if I get a QA, and how much code do I need to write?
Okay, I think I understand. So one of the role in the QA is called the accessibility testing. It is like the people who is impaired, people is deaf, they cannot listen. That's the primary goal. But the goal is the how easy to navigate a website or the mobile application. How easy to navigate. There is a automation testing, but very less automation testing. It's all manual. If why this color is like this, is it going to be impacted? Why this is smaller? Can it be bigger? Right? Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Can it be bigger? So it's the role. It's a testing role. It is normally like a typically every company needs, but many companies do not use it. It is normally the contract based role. Some company who is very good at it, they engage in initially, but most of the company they do not engage because they have a functional QA who does the functional all this testing and plus the automation. So unfortunately, the automation QA engineer team, they actually take care of almost 80% of the company. My math maybe not right, but accessibility is a small area in the QA. You do not need to do the automation. You can do the manual testing.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Your best bet, if you want to have a sustainable career, you can get start with accessibility, but soon you need to change because
I'm just saying, I'm not going to start it over there, but I'm just saying like, how does it work?
Yeah, it's a manual testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, manual testing is like a 60% really in everywhere. Okay. Without the manual, you do not do the automation. Right?
And the QA, so like how much code do you need to write? Like, like all the Java and all kind of application if you use, and I mean, what type of code you'll be used, like how big they will be.
So basically the QA, the automation is two types. One is the API automation. One is for the GUI automation. So see, I'm clicking all of this, right? I'm going here, I'm going there, I'm going here. See, I'm doing all of this manually. So you can actually write the automation code using the Java or the other programming language like the Python, but mostly Java is super, like the market already covered by the Selenium WebDriver. So WebDriver is simply like inspecting all this. Like I want to click here, I can inspect it. What is it? Okay. Oh no, I want to do something. I want to show you something. I don't know why.
It's like UA testing, something like that.
Yes, you want to click here. You just click here, and you just write the code based on this. So once your code will open, it will actually behind the scene click it here. This is called the element. All the UI works based on the elements. Everything on the website you see the element. They have a different name. Just to know, they have a different name. But anything you see in the website is called the element. As an automation engineer, you just inspect those elements and you write the code using the Selenium WebDriver. You can use the .NET C#. They have also the automation or the many other automation tools. So you automate them, what you do manually. So they're easy, super easy. Again, if you are putting the effort like the 6 to 8 months and you are solely dedicated, the prioritize, trust, dedication, and then everything will follow you.
Okay.
Definitely. Any other question, guys?
This is Ashraf.
Ashraf, yes, please.
So I have a little questions.
Yes, please.
Can you tell me when will they start? When will the classes start?
Oh, it started. Like say so say an example, you join today and you join after 2 weeks and you say, Bhaiya, what is this? Yeah. What is this for? Then I will say, you missed 2 weeks for nothing. No, I paid you money now. I am paying you now, right? Because I did not take the money. Your workshop already started last week. So now after, let's say if you join today and if you ask me, Bhaiya, how this work? It means you did not, the whole 2 weeks, you did not take any time to understand what it does. So workshop already started. But not the actual content. You did not get the content. content you get slowly, but all the content will be coming here, workshop will be coming here. But in 15 minutes, you will be actually, the journey is starting in 15 minutes.
Yeah, so tell me about the enrollment.
Yes, absolutely. So enrollment is, you go in the programs. An example, I am thinking you are, sorry, this is the previous week, like a video. So say an example, vehicle validation engineer, click it.
Yeah.
Enroll now, login, sign in with your Google ID. Okay. And let's say do something. Do I have it? I don't know. Let's see. I think I have it. So let's go back here. Let's go to your login, then go back here again. 1 second. Yeah, that's we discussed last week. You guys are supposed to enroll, okay?
Yeah.
Here. So you click again, you log in, then you go back to the home and click submit new form. You're fine. You do not need to worry about anything. Get it started. I already joined in the program, so I don't have ID. Let me do something. Let me do something here quickly. Let me do quickly something here, so I can show you how to do this. Yeah, here you ask a good question, so let me fix it. Let me see something, if I can do something for you here. Your ID should not have any issues. You can do easily. My ID is like a logged in. Let me see what I can do here. Okay, no problem is here.
So once you pay the money, then you can see all the profile. Or in my profile, I can really see everything over there. You just
sure. So okay. So remember we spoke last week. Once you do the enrollment, you just simply do the chat.
Yeah.
You just simply say, "Bhaiya, I need the login information." Enrollment, right? 1 second. I cannot do much with the all ID. Let me go back to my ID. Sorry. My ID, I have to use my own ID so I can do all the work. Okay, so let's go back here. I'm asking the Ashraf, that's the way you can do, the way I showed you. Let me go back.
Just you told me the today's 2 days it will be free. That means last week and this week.
You guys can join next week as well. But again, I do not want you to spend your time if you are not like being serious, and that's my request. If you spend 3 hours, you should be able to know what is this guy is doing, what you like, what you don't like. You should be able to have a conclusion, or you should have a mindset. I just do not want like a continue come and you are not adding value. Not specific you, I mean all of you. Okay. You need to have a decision. Okay. So someone asks, you just simply say, I need the access permission. Here is my ID.
Oh, so where I send the message?
Here.
Chat option. Where I send the message?
Here. Everything is here. Yep.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
And the vehicle validation.
Sure, you are serious. So you join here, TS4U.US link training. Behind the scene, everything is ready. Before we start a program, we extensively work very collaboratively in our team, very organized way, so we can roll the program. Here, you just type it in your browser. That's it. You'll come here.
Okay.
You'll come here. Look at this.
I tried.
Yeah, you are here.
Okay, thank you.
Look at this. We put all the information. You see. Nobody can say that, hey, this guy is not responding to the message. Nobody can say that. I'm alive. I respond to everyone. See this? And in our every channel we communicate. Once you guys get in, then we bring you guys, and communication happen all day. Okay, that's what we do all day. So yes, your communication should go. And someone asks where do you go, you just simply give your name. Who asked this? What is the name?
Nazim.
What is the name?
Nazim Kibriya.
Yeah, just type it here. Nazim Kibriya, that's it. And then our team will be approving you. Good. Just type your email. All right. Any other question? So yeah, we cannot just call you guys one-on-one. We give you the tools and technology and the way to communicate with us. Remaining, you just follow, then we are good. And if we see you have any issues, we will call you. Make sense? Oh, look at this. Somebody text me. It's right away. Okay. Salim Mahmoud. Okay. Salim Mahmoud just text me. Okay, I got the text right away. I cannot add here to go back. Okay. Any other question, guys, before we started? Okay, I added Salim, so he's good. Salim is added in the chat, so you guys can ask the question here. Any other question, guys? So we covered. Go ahead.
I'm on chat.
You're already chat. Okay, good. So we covered all of this already. All this is done. We are going to start the journey from here. If you guys don't have any question, you're good. I just give you guys 1 more minute. And no question is a bad question, guys, to be honest, because this is your time. If you're asking relevant question, you're fine. Once you start this, then you have to wait until I give you the option to ask question.
Shanawaz here. I have a question.
Yes, please.
We're gonna be like building or working on a application from the scratch.
You'll be build the application. You're not developing the application.
Yeah,
Yes.
You know what I mean, like
yes.
Deployment, automation, or anything.
Yes.
Creating infrastructure like the web server, configuring
Yes.
them.
Those are your job. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
You'll be super tired. I can guarantee you that.
We are used to of it. We work like 8-9 hours, so it's
yeah,
okay.
Look at all this ready. You'll be super tired. Okay, all of this you have to do. Okay, you'll be learning and you'll be doing all of this.
Okay,
this?
Thank
yes.
you.
It's not a joke. So yes, make sure you ask this question. Yes, all this, the project is like you never saw, you never feel, you'll know. Yes. Any other question? Okay, so I will definitely highlight request you guys at the very end. I'm also human, right? I can make mistake too, right? So very end, just go Facebook and the Google. If you guys have any feedback, give the open feedback. We are always open to listen to other people. Just don't be personal, right? Do not call me personally anything. Just say, hey, Shibli doesn't know how to talk. Shibli is talking too much. Or the content is good. Or I understood the program content. It's too pricey. And this is not for me. Completely fine. But since I gave you a chance, you guys can say, and feedback help us to know where we need to do better. Okay, so the slide has the last a constructive feedback. I give you like a humble request. It will help us to do better because we are a software development company, and and we also train and prepare you for the job placement. And there's some good news. We have the multiple vendor work with us. So if our member finish the program, we can place them easily. But you need to complete the program the way it is structured, the way it has been set up. Okay, so that's the request. Okay, so let's see. Let's do one way what we can do. So we will be starting from here. The magic start from here. We will be working all the people. I'm talking about all these 4 people will be working to develop a software or the services or many software in a duration of time, maybe 6 months to 8 months. In a team means you will be one of the team member. To build something means mobile app, web application, or the backend services, or the vehicle testing. To follow some process and procedure and structure, that's called Agile Scrum. I already give you my less than 1 minute answer. So if somebody asks you the Agile Scrum, what I just said, nobody can deny you. What I just said, just 10 years experience making those words. I did not read any book. Okay, don't say, I do not read the book when I say something. I have the experience, I can talk. So You will be developing application or the services. You will be part of a team. You will be one of the team member. You will be following a structure, process and procedure. And in a duration of the time, 6 month, 8 month, 12-month project, to build a project, build an application or services, mobile or the web, and that's called the Agile Scrum. So you have to learn this. The first day of your work, you will know this. So it has your contribution involved. It has the tools involved, means software development, project management tools involved. Your contribution means as a human being, you will be doing the work. Tools will be managing your work. Tools will be tracking your work. That's the tools will be doing. After you do the work, you have to tell the tools, I did it. That's it. So means you did something, you update the tools, you're good. So you will be in the Agile Scrum. So except the product owner, I'm not talking about the product owner. CloudOps, quality engineer, vehicle validation engineer. 5 things you'll be doing. Very simple. What you did in the Agile Scrum. Sprint planning, day-to-day activities means daily stand-up, your work, communication, talking, show and tell, all of this. Testing, deploying, bug fixing, all work. Show and tell, a retrospective, and the new sprint start. That's the 5 things. Done. In these 5 things, you have to do them very well. So project planning, again, as a team, you will be in a meeting like we are now. We are estimating the requirements, which is something like we want to build something. Okay? In this case, we're going to build this. Keep this in mind. We're going to build TS4U PM tool development. Shanawas. That's what we're going to build. We're going to build this tool. You guys will be see the journey. Okay? So what we are going to do, we're going to like the Jira type of like a tools for our team, for all of you guys. Project, Epic, all of this. So it has a lot of features, a lot of functionality, user story involved. So we'll be doing them what? In a 3 to 4 month period. So that's the project. A group of people means our whole team will be working. Project manager, product owner, quality engineer, software engineer frontend, software engineer backend, mobile app. Then what? The technical writer, QA, automation, manual, all will be working here to build this. So the sprint planning, number 1 is planning. We'll be creating all the requirements. I want to be able to create all of this. So let's go that journey a little bit. How to do that? So let's go here. So we'll be doing something like this. Because I do not like the Jira, I want to build our own. Okay, I don't need to use somebody's product. Okay, Jira is the market leading tools. We want to do something ourselves. Okay, so we'll be doing like all of this from here to all the way. You see this? So this is called the BRD. Business requirement documents. I have all the documents there already, right? So now we are going to build them. We actually, from the BRD, it's called the software specification documents, or the business requirement documents, or functional documents. We'll be start developing. Before develop, we have to make them small functionality. So if you understand the functionality, what is called, like I just want to drag and drop. This is a functionality. This is the user story. Okay, I want to have a here, like a arrow key here. This is called the user story. It's functionality. I want to see here type. This is a functionality. I want to see the group by here. I want to see the complete sprint. Everything you see is called the functionality. But before functionality, it is called the user story. Before user story, it is called the business requirement documents. I can guarantee you what I just said. You just say to any interview, nobody will tell you anything. Nobody. Because it's all the core, like the experience and the word. They have, nobody has a fundamental, nobody will have the disagreement. Okay? So you don't need to read anything. Everything is started with the business requirement documents. The project management team, means the Agile Scrum team involved, business analyst and the product owner, they come to the picture. They take the business requirement document, they start writing the user story, which is this. 4 days remaining, I want to see on the website. User story. As a user, I want to see the number of days remaining. User story. As a user, I want to see group by, so I can filter. As a user, I can see to do. As a user, I want to see progress. As a user, I want to see done. All these product owner or the business analyst will be writing down. For who? For us. Okay, so he will be writing. That's his iterative job. Iterative means continue. Every week he'll be doing that. So the place, now you can say you can create in the Word documents. You can create in the Excel. That's not the issues. Issue is 12 people is working together. Nobody has their Excel. Excel is not the right tool. Word is not the right tool. So we use software project management tools. To develop software, we use the project management tool, which is this. You guys will be seeing that in 4 months. But every week, you guys will be see the small progress. Every 2 weeks, you guys will see. So pay very close attention. Okay? This is never you will get from anywhere except us, because we're going to kick up the development from today. Okay? So you will know. So what we talk about the project. We are going to select the project management tool, Agile Scrum, the development methodology Agile Scrum, and then we are going to build this application. What is this? Is similar to the like the ServiceNow or the Jira. We're going to build ourselves own. Okay, and we'll know get to development technology stack. Okay, so before we go there, any question, by the way, on this, any question? We'll go very deep. You guys will know what is the beauty of the software development. Shanawaz.
Yeah, hi.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be learning the designing too when it's come to the infrastructure, web services, like what services later. We are using.
Yeah, later.
Everything, right?
At this moment, these people need to know a lot. These guys need to know a lot, and the software engineer. We do not provide the software engineer program here because our community does not have enough demand. Okay, so this guy will be involved a lot. These 3 people will be involving a lot. Yes, good. You will be deploying once you have the code.
No, I'm not talking about the code. Like when it comes to us, right?
Yes.
We gonna be one. Who gonna be deciding, right? Like
no, you will not decide anything. You will be just deploying. You are not
deploying, but when it comes to the server, right? Like
decision is done by the solution architect.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's gonna be involved designing, right?
Absolutely. So
yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
Yes, you will be. So let's formalize your wording. You will be working to follow the architecture design documents to deploy an application of the service. Can you say that the way I said?
Yeah, okay, cool.
So in an interview, if somebody asks you, did you design it? Answer is no. We have an architecture team. They actually responsible for the technology will be selected, tools will be involved, how it will be implemented. As a DevOps engineer, I have followed that, and implementation is done by me. What what will be implemented? How it will be implemented? What technology will be used? What tools will be used? What cloud will be used? And which vendor will be used? All decisions are done by the solution architect, enterprise architect, and they create a document. That document's called architecture design documentation. That document is the core documents of the software development before an application starts. Good?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. Sounds good. I'm happy to convince you. Okay, so we're good, right? So this will be like our application. So I want to know you guys see that when you see something, a mobile application, you see the website, right? Actually, it is not called the website. It's called the web application. Okay, because when you can do something, you can like sending something, you're receiving something. It is not a website really. It is a web application. Website we normally call it, but no company, no the application team, no company, no software development call the website. They all call the application, chat application, notification application, or for the backend they call the service, chat service, notification service. They are different. You guys will learn more details as you will start the journey. So, and now we'll know to the get to know for this what you are going to use. Come on, man. We are going to build a house. What are you going to use? We're going to use brick, wood, cement, right? And then we need a lot of tools. We need the hammer, we need the saw, we need the electric saw, right? And so many things. We need the windows. Then we need to put the windows, electricity, everything. So for the software, we call the development technology stack. One more time. The way you build the house, you know all the things we need to use. We need to use the tools and we need to use the equipment to build a house. Equipment is various. The electric, non-electric, wood, non-wood, cement, hammer, then the electric saw. All this you need to build a house. For the software development, we need called the technology stack. Means we need a database to store the data. Means user is sending something, user login, we will be storing this data. Right? We need to create something, the user can create something, so we need to give an ability so he can create something. He needs to delete something, we need to give him the ability to delete something. And he wants to see something that he created, so we need to give him the ability so he can see it. This all the based on the requirements. We'll be doing all of this, so we'll be needing the stack. Stack means what technology involved. So we need the database. We need the front end, means this. Front end means what you see. Website is called the front end. We need the back end. How many? So we have a front end, back end, and website. This is the 3-tier platform. One more time. Database, back end, and the front end. That's the we need. In the front end, if we need the mobile app, so we have one more client. That's the mobile app. In the front end, if we need to build for the TV application, so we need to have another application. In the front end, if we need the Roku application, we have another front end application. In the front end, if we have the Microsoft, like the desktop-based application, then we have the one more front end. So front end is all about the client, means who is sending the request. Okay, so front end is many types. In general, in the front end we call the website. Mobile app is called the mobile app. Desktop is called the desktop app. Those actually call the app, because there is a difference here. I can tell you. This application, we built it. That's that is called the application. This is application. We built it, but you are just accessing from your browser. That is called the front end. Means you just download the Chrome or the Firefox and you're just typing TS4U.us, you got it. That's called the front end. Anyway, people can call so many ways. I don't care. The goal is the client can be various. Can be mobile application, can be desktop application for the Windows, can be desktop application for the Mac, can be desktop application for the Ubuntu, can be desktop application for the Android, because Android has the OS, right? Android mobile phone, Android the Chrome app, Chrome also the OS, right? Sorry, I shouldn't say the Android. I should call the Chrome operating system. So you need all the software engineer, special software engineer who is capable of developing those They know all this, the programming language. They will be developing, writing the code based on the requirements. Right? Let's go back to the requirements again so you guys will know. Raw requirements, Jira. So here, yeah. So the front end will be continue developing. Okay. So we need but for the sake of argument, we are doing three things here. Okay. We have a front end, we have a back end, we have a database. I will tell you one by one. Front end is just sending the request or the doing the action. Back end in the middle, and the database in the last. Front end means I am as a user sending the request or seeing something, interacting with the browser. Number two, my request goes to the backend, means layer number 2, and from the backend it evaluates. Evaluates means who this guy is. Is he asking the right thing? Do I need to allow him? Do I need to deny him? Do I need to block him? That's the backend does. Based on his evaluation, he take the action. What action? Either action to the front end means, hey, deny. Password is wrong. You're disallowed. He take the action. Based on the permission, he say, yes, I'm a valid user. He tells the database, yes, good guy. Good guy, allow him into the system. So it means front end means the user interacting. Backend is actually your backbone. Means every single functionality, business logic, every single issue type, business logic, summary type, every single logic a software developer write, that's the backend. Logic means based on the user action, a code the software engineer write, evaluate user behavior, make the decision, and then communicate to the front end, means user, you are not allowed. And then based on this, tell the backend, this guy is a bad guy. So database knows who is the bad guy. So do not call the database and the backend the same thing. Do not call it. Okay? Do not. Database is different. Backend is different. Backend is we are writing all the business logic. What logic is this? One more time. You want to see the click on create. The user want to create something. It's a logic. You want to do something here. It's a logic you have to write. Okay? That's done by the backend engineer writing the logic. From the front end, they're just sending the request. And database just connected with the backend and just does what backend told him to do. Database does nothing. It doesn't do anything except the backend tells him what to do. Because database, the purpose of the database, just to store the data. Just to store the data, nothing else. Just for now, just learn database is just storing the data. How it gets the data? From the backend. How the backend get the request? From the front end. Who is the front end? Website or the mobile application. What did they do? I'm just signing in. I'm just signing out. I'm just typing a password. I'm just creating something. I'm deleting something. I'm sending something. I'm receiving something. It's all the front end. As a user, we are interacting with the browser or we are interacting from our mobile app. That's it, as a client. So for our stack, we are using the MongoDB. Let's go back a little bit here. Okay, here we go. So for us, we are using the Marty stack. So you'll know stack means group of things is called the stack. Okay, that's the word. Marty stack means Mongo as a database. Express.js, okay, is a framework. You guys will know JavaScript framework. React.js, it's a JavaScript framework. Node.js is a backend runtime environment to run the code. You guys will know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry, but you know this. This is it. Okay, so Node.js is the runtime environment. What? The user can create, user can delete, user can sign in, user can sign up. All the logic is written. It has to go to the engine. It's like the vehicle engine, right? Without the engine, it will not work. So the stack, every programming language, either compiler or the runtime engine is available to run the code. What code? The software developer wrote the code. Based on what? Based on a requirement. What is that? I should be able to create a project. 4 things you need to understand. Your life will be clear in the software development. Requirement is number 1. Based on the requirement, user story is written. Based on the user story, software developer write the code. That the code is based on programming language. For the Node.js, the backend will be user should be able to create. Okay, front end means he just see the button, and then we use the specific framework for a specific reason. You guys will know. For the CloudOps engineer, you will be deploying this code. For the vehicle validation and the quality engineer, you will be testing those code. For the product owner, you will be leading the whole team. That the code is written, deployment is done, testing is done. That's the product owner role. So I cover all of this in one line. So MongoDB is called the NoSQL database. It means SQL means traditionally just a table has a row and column. You just store the user data. That's it. And the MongoDB is a NoSQL means it does not have the table. It just documented way store the data. Okay, it's simple. I learned do things different way. SQL table. If you write it, that's how the SQL table store the data. This is it. That is based on the requirements, based on the data type. This is the user data, and this is the table data type. That's it. And that's the SQL Server work. Now you go to the Mongo. At MongoDB. Let's see what it does. So that's the MongoDB does. Mongo store the data like this. You are not a database engineer. You do not need to worry about this. That's the MongoDB does. That's the MongoDB does. So you just store the data. Again, what data? I should be able to create a project as a user. I need to log in as a user. Then I should be able to create a project as a user. I need to be able to delete a project as a user. So they store the data in the database like this. So that's pretty much the database work. And MongoDB is a documented, as you saw, it's a documented, right? Table versus document, 2 different things. Again, whatever you learn today, that's it. You're good. If you do not have the basic understanding and then you have a problem. Learn simple way. Okay. So MongoDB, we already saw documents database, and the format. Of course, you know this. .word, .excel, .txt, .mp3, .mp4. This is called the format. MongoDB format in .json. Okay, this is just document format. That's it. You learn from now. That should be good enough. And the JavaScript is the programming language. Remember, we are talking about this tool we are going to develop. This is the programming language. Programming language. I wrote it myself. Node.js. So I'm telling you in 30 seconds. JavaScript is developed back in 1995, I believe. It was developed for the browser communication, means from the browser, from the client, just write some script, some code, communicate with the backend, okay, from the server side. But this is not today the scenario anymore. JavaScript is robust now. How? Node.js runtime environment, JavaScript runtime environment has been developed, I believe, by the Google, right? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I don't know. I forget that. Node.js. Let's read. Let's read who did it. I think the Google did it. Okay. Let's say who did the. How do I prepare Node.js? Who developed Node.js? Oh, sorry. What did I do? I'm sorry about that. So go back here, okay? Node.js here. Go back so you'll know. Node.js is an open source backend JavaScript runtime environment that run V8 engine. You don't need to learn all of these details. Who created just learn all of this? Okay? Who did it? All of this is here. So, long story short, everything you see, this application is one of the library of the Node.js. Okay? This application you see, there is so many library of the Node.js. The data you see, it is storing in the MongoDB. The picture you see, we are storing in a storage. So everything, our stack is mod stack. Mongo is database. Express.js is a framework. We'll go over, don't worry about it. React is a framework. Node.js engine. That's it. MongoDB is different. It's a data, the data stories through the documented format. What format? JSON format. JavaScript is a programming language. So Node.js. What is all of this, guys? I don't understand now. Remember this? I said, as a user, I want to create a project in the PM tools. Remember, I said there is a backend logic need to be written by the software engineer. Yes, he wrote it. And that logic is need to be run. Means as a user, that's he will do in 2 months. Once you say I want to create a project from the tool, when you create a project, actually your request come to the backend. Backend means, as I said, right? Backend means the way the logic is written. That logic need to run. That is need to runtime environment. This is it. That's it. That logic run through here, and then based on the after the logic is run, then it goes to the here. If the document is the request need to be stored in the database, it will be stored. Either positive means the false data, or the good data or bad data, or it will send the request to the front end. Yes, you are allowed to create a database, create a project. So that's will be the stack. So JavaScript is this one of the super popular and the modern stack nowadays for the web area. Web area is very big. You do the connected vehicle, you do the OEM, everything in the web nowadays. Because the connected in the vehicle, they have the mobile application, they have the web application, they have so many applications. All nowadays is highly driven by the Java and JavaScript. Please, someone is calling me. Okay, any question on this, guys? This will be learning. If you guys have this clear idea, at least listen. I will highly recommend you to please listen after what is called after today's workshop. You don't need to have the IT background. You are already have a good knowledge after today's workshop. Okay. You guys will be learning this a lot. Okay. So simply learn the libraries. The concept of the library is simple. The concept of library is simple. You as a human, you need to read a book. You go to the library, you borrow a book. What did you do? Means somebody has written the book, you just reading for your work. A library concept with the 100% same here. Means as a developer, you need to write code. Instead of the writing from the scratch, you are looking if there is a library for that. You find that library, you find that library means book, and you start reading, you learn it. That's the concept of the library. Do not make complex. This is it. If this is the concept. If you can learn, you can read the book all day. That's fine. But this is it. So throughout this project development, a developer, backend developer or the front-end developer will be using so many library which are already developed. They will be using them to write the code. Okay, that's it. Now come to the framework. I don't know how many people knows what the framework is. I don't know if you guys build a house. When you build a house, when you build a room, I built the room. My father-in-law and I built the room in my house, and I built my parents' second floor. I built this. So the framework means in a room you need a wooden structure, okay? Or you need to have a specific area to do the specific thing. You need to have a specific area for the electric. You need to have a specific area to the fan, okay? You can do everything yourself, absolutely fine. It's like another library. Or you went to the Lowe's or the Home Depot and you find a structure. The framework means something is already there. You just follow them and you build it. In the programming library, the framework kind of the same, but I do not want to call the same. A framework is a bunch of library. They do some specific things. Maybe, say an example, the user validation, very good. If there is one library in the market, they do the user validation, they do the create the user, they check the user is like a username is correct, they check the user date of birth is correct, they check the if user put the complex password, they check the if the user cannot use any the bad language in the username, they check the if user cannot use any the username as the password, they check the if the user cannot use their date of birth as the password. All these things already written in a framework, and you need to develop for this something. So you will be actually looking for a framework. If you get this framework, then your life is easy. What? Your life is easy. Then the developer, again, software developer, not you, not any of you, unfortunately, but you need to learn this. Then you know how the developer work. So it's a structure, easy to follow, ready-made, like the fast food, right? So the developer look either free version or the paid version, or companies develop own framework. Can be anything, it's completely fine. But the concept is you want to do something, so many things you want to do. Instead of you're building yourself, you're looking if somebody has developed already, you can take it and you can reuse it. Again, it's kind of the about the reinvent the wheel. Reinvent the wheel means I have something already, you don't need to build it, right? You see, nobody is developing the Facebook anymore. It's not going to work because Facebook is already Facebook. So we do not, in technology, we do not do the reinvent the wheel. It means we do not build something already exist. No, it's not going to work. It's a bad business model. It's a copy paste. So the framework is the same. You need for the vehicle validation, developer does the same thing. For the front-end developer, he does the same thing. For the back-end developer, he does the same thing. For the mobile app, for the web, everybody does these two things throughout their programming career. Okay? Any question on this part? Shanawaz, did you know any of this before? Did you guys fall asleep?
No, I'm here. Sorry, I was on mute. I have a little bit idea, not a lot, to be honest.
All right. All right. Let's see. I will hit you hard. I will call you and I will ask you the question. I'm just kidding. Okay. Let's continue the journey. So that's actually, you'll be hearing what is the developer does. What the hell this guy does? Actually, he does all of this. You don't know. Okay. And then he writing the code. What is the code is? One story. As a user, I want to log in. I want to create a project. That's it. Two things. I'm not even still not going how the user is sign up, how the what will be the project creation process. Forget about everything. Understand the small piece. So now back end and the front end. So front end has also the framework. Okay, we call the web application framework. Absolutely, you'll be learning. Okay, you'll be learning those because for the QA engineer, they need to just know the word, but they focus on the testing. For the vehicle validation engineer, exactly, they need to know the word. What is the technology stack, but they do the testing. For the CloudOps engineer, is completely different. They not only know the word, they have to build it. They have to prepare the computer. In that computer, they have to download the Node.js, install it, and learn everything from the developer, how he did it on his computer, so he can what? He can deploy this project, deploy this application on the server. On the server means can be your laptop, can be cloud, can be virtual. Any computer you deploy. Deploy means a code is ready to serve, or a application is ready to serve. Serve means take the user request. The serve means user request. You're good. So because end of the day, the user need the nice, beautiful UI, which is like this, right? Something has to be like this so user understand. Okay? User understand this pretty good. User doesn't understand anything else. So you need the front-end application. Front-end has the framework as well. So Node.js front-end framework, type it. Framework, just type it. You'll see. There is many. Read one. Read one, Express.js, and read one. You got it? So in this application and service, one of the framework we are going to use Express.js. I'm just saying one of the framework, there will be more. So this is it. Now the backend framework. Now let's go back again. Node.js backend framework. Let's read, see what you have now. So again, there is so many framework will be used. Most popular framework you will be reading Express.js. All this framework will be, everybody is different, every developer is different, but they use this type of framework. We use this Nest.js. Okay, Nest.js we use in our environment. So in the backend, we will be using this framework. So now all of you guys learn a project management tools. The development stack will be MERN. You learn the front-end framework. You learn the back-end framework. You learn what is framework is. You learn what is libraries are. You learn what is Node.js. You learn the JavaScript. Now come to the picture. I understand everything else. Bhaiya, what is this? What is all this chaos here? They are the HTML, CSS. It's just looking good. Like we put the makeup, right? This is it. That's called the HTML, CSS. Okay, CSS is beautification. HTML, if you just simply write it here. Sorry. HTML, just simply image it. Then you'll know what the HTML is. It's a title. You see the title means here. It's a title. Then you see the link. If you see the link here, this is the link. So that's the HTML does. Hypertext markup language. That's it. What do you see? Now, what is the CSS does? But yeah, what is all this beautification? All the makeup goes. What is all the makeup? That's the CSS. That's the CSS. Oh, that's nice, right? That's actually the CSS does. Font where font should be up, down, right, left, less, high contrast, less contrast. That's the HTML. Pretty much HTML, CSS does all the UI beautification. But all the framework take the request, front end framework take the request, send to the backend framework. Backend framework means the business logic. The user should be able to create a project. Evaluation means write the code. Means he wrote the code based on the user story. And if he sees it's valid request, he allows the user to create a project. Ooh, so he create the project. This project need to go to the database so that user can see this project later on. So now 4 things you need to understand. Requirements. Based on the requirements is backend logic is built. Based on the backend logic, what else? Then the front end beautiful UI come to the picture for the user to do the action. When user does the action come to the backend evaluate the process, and backend send the request to the database to store. Also the backend tell the front end, hey, welcome, you create the project. You create the project, you're good. So now you say, well, what is this front end and back end? How the communication happen? What is this? Is it the plane? Is it the bike? Is it the bus? What is it? there is a communication, because the front end and back end, they need to send the data, right? They need to send the data because they're completely separate from one another, completely independent. From front end and back end, in the modern software development, we completely independent, both component different. This is it. So how the communication work? So the back end, simply we call the RESTful API, SOAP API, GraphQL. It's just simply a taking the API, the backend logic is glued on the front end. Glue means literally glue, means you just nail it in the front end. So the front end can send the request. If you do not nail it, then of course, if you do not hammer it, means glue it, the backend logic will not work. So you have to take each of the backend logic, you need to glue it on the front end wherever you need to see it, then the user request will be working. And this is called the communication. The data is sending back and forth. So if you want to see just a little bit, so let's say, let's go back just a little bit. I do one thing. Okay, so we call the API. Let's do one way. Let's cancel it. Let's network it. Let's, one second. Let's clear everything, okay? So you have to do 2 things, okay? So now you just look in this pen. You have to click network, click clear, just click here. You see how many things happen behind the scene? Yeah, there's so many things happen. So as a user, you type, you just click it. So this request actually travel means through the plane, right? Through the bus, through the sea, right? That's how we do. In the computer communication, 2 device, right? It's a 2 device. My device, it's my device. That's my computer is sending the request on this computer, on the server. And this so many things is happening. You see everything you see here, it is here as well. You see the forget password? Look at this. You see the sign in? You see? There's sign in image. So everything you see, that's what I said, the API. So API, for us, we are going to use the RESTful API. You'll learn more details, but simple way, you are writing the code for creating a project in your backend, and this code need to be accepted by the front end. That's what I just simply said, right? You develop something, you need to allow me to use it so I can get the benefit of it. So I'm front end, you're back end. So simply the communication is RESTful API over the HTTP protocol. This is called the protocol. Protocol means structure, rules and regulations. Means this protocol can do certain things with its own limitation to follow the standard process and procedure. That's called the protocol. So over the HTTP protocol, sending and receiving the data over the internet or over the network, RESTful API. That's what it does. And this is the protocol. This is the computer. can be your laptop, can be the virtual computer, can be on the cloud. Means computer is computer. That's computer name is TS4U.us for now. And the last part is your endpoint. Remember the endpoint means you don't remember anything, because remember the one story. User want to create a project. That's the user story. Remember, do not break the user story. Then you'll be lost. You'll be super lost if you break the user story. If you break the user story, you'll be lost in software development. You said that I want to create a project, and the developer write the code for that specific user story. For the sake of argument, actually we should call it like as a user I want to log into the system. That's we should call actually. So let's say that, call that. And that's the auth, means I want to log in. I give a name, the developer gave a name. That's called the API endpoint. Endpoint means specific things it does. Means this is the endpoint. Because this server has this. You see this? Every endpoint will be different. So for the user login, endpoint is auth. So this auth backend logic means user cannot, you cannot log in here. If the username is not exist on our database, you cannot log in. To sign in, to register, you need to follow the specific. You cannot just put the password, you cannot log in, because the backend logic is written very well. You cannot just type 1, 2, 3, 4. It will not work. Just type it. And let's say inquiries at extra4u.com, right? Okay, that's the format. I can type like a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Type it. See this? That's the logic is written in the back end. In the front end, it is just showing the message. Understand that? Okay? And that's the back end. So this API is written, this logic is written in the back end under this endpoint. When the front end, like a web developer, again, it's still not you, not any of you. It's all developer game. He's playing all the role based on the requirement. So he give you this URL for the QA for the testing, and the DevOps, of course, DevOps get the whole code base to deploy. And then based on your action, remember I said backend do the evaluation, means your eligibility. Are you qualified? No. Why you are not? Here. And if you created an account, you are not qualified because you have an account, right? You do not have an account, you're good. Phone number doesn't matter. You did not give the right password. That means did not follow the password, the format. So I denied you. Register, it will not. So backend is logic, everything is written. Then you actually see this is happening. Okay? And that's the how actually front end backend work. So this information we can store in the, so what the backend did, backend say to you, means on my face, hey, password should be minimum 8 digit, get out from here. And the backend also, if the logic is written, if the business wants, business means who own the application like this, who own this application, hey, if a user is typing the wrong password, I want to see that information in the database as well. So I can see why user is, what is user doing. Or maybe this user is trying to hack the system. Maybe this user is trying to destroy your system. They're sending a lot of requests. So that is based on the business requirements, developer just make the logic. Okay, and then make things happen. So that's the, let me go back here. So any question on this so far? Backend, front end, we cover all of this. We covered the Agile Scrum. We'll go. We did not touch this yet. We will touch this slowly. But I think why did you touch it? We actually touched the wrong things, right? Instead of the short one. We do not want to go far. Do you guys have any question before we go back here? Because this is the most important than this one. Do you guys have any question on this part? Your project will be this. Your stack will be this, project will be this, the stack, the database will be that, programming language will be this, the runtime environment will be that. We'll be using the libraries, we'll be using the framework, we'll be using the front-end framework, which is Express.js, and other framework. We'll be using the backend framework, which is Next.js framework and other framework. And we talk about the front-end, backend, and the what is called, and the database connectivity. Do you guys have any question on this? You guys have to listen this over and over. You guys have to know this. This is your actually day in, day out job, and this will be the interview questions. At the moment you say, hey, I work in an application that is a stack like that. The stack is Marnie stack, the front end is this, back end is this, front end framework is that, back end framework is this, and that's the how the when the user is sign up has to be username and password has to be complex. User do the sign up. If user is exist, database will be rejecting from the through the back end, and if user is a new user will be allowed to the system, user will be able to log in. User can create a project, delete a project, user can create so many features. Because based on the application you work, you need to be able to say in your interview, then that's the become your project-based journey. Another way you can fake it. Fake it means you did not do it, but you are saying it. That's called the faking. So most of the people does fake it. In here, you cannot fake it. You have to do it, then you can say it. That's the good thing. And saying things means it will be a good practice for you. And the saying things means you're actually doing it, so you can say it. And doing it means actually you go through a complex journey. Means sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not work. So you build your actually technical abilities, technical skills, and you grow the corporate skills, how actually corporate environment we do things. Okay, go ahead. Somebody just unmuted.
I have a question. This is Nazim, and so the same thing what you did just right now, and so yeah, we'll do practically later.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
If you don't do the practical, still you are not. You just learn the right. This is the foundation. If you do not have the foundation, it will be a problem. What we do not do here, we absolutely prohibit our members do things blindly. We absolutely prohibit all our members. If I find out somebody doing the things blindly, I hold them. I said, catch them. No, you cannot do this. We are giving you all our knowledge, all our experience to you. Why you are trying to do blindly? However we say it, you say the same way. That's it. If you say better than me, great, bravo. But if you are not able to deliver what I said, it's a problem. Means you are not understanding. Nazim, did I answer your question?
Yes.
So 8-month journey, you will be doing excellent if today's journey you can cope up or if you can understand properly. One more time for all of you. 8-month journey or 6-month journey or your lifetime IT career will be the best shape, or your foundation will be super strong if you have taken so far sincerely, or if you plan to take this week sincerely. Your money will be worth, okay, or your time will be worth. By the way, shouldn't say the money because you guys did not pay me money yet, so you guys are good. Yes, so you'll be working on this stack, Nazim, and everybody will be working many stack, but I'm just giving one example. Once you understand one stack, one application lifecycle journey, all other application, you follow the same kind of a structure, or I call it framework. You can ask the similar question. You can ask what is the front end, what is the back end, how the front end back end work. Do I have the API for the front end? Or do I have the static? You guys will learn more and more details once you guys will be studying your specific journey, because we have a details workshop, because we want to build your foundation super strong. Nobody can break it. That's our goal. Okay, any other question, guys? This is important. We will cover this, and then from the next week agenda will be like different. Okay, we'll cover this, but you guys need to ask the question first. You guys have a ask. We can answer. This is more.
I have a question. This is Zafreen.
Zafreen, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so she will, but after taking the course, like they, like say employer, they want you to provide like info, like where did you take the course, or is it accredited, or this kind of stuff. So how will you build up a person, like say an individual, like after completing the course, this is where you took the course and you're ready for a job.
Japrin, good question. I believe 80% people knows here what it is happening how. Okay, so so you'll be we will be preparing your resume based on all the project you'll be doing here, all the responsibility, all the activities you will be doing. You will be, everything goes to your resume. And plus in the third month of your like a journey, based on the program, for the QA we do not need to, if you get the certificate it's great. For the product owner, yes, they will go get the product owner certification. For the CloudOps DevOps, they will be prepared for the AWS certification. However, nothing is important to me as an employer, as an interviewer. During the interview, if you are unable to speak based on the question I'm asking you, if you are unable to perform based on your resume, nothing is going to be consideration. If you are not able to speak, explain based on your interview that you have mentioned in your resume. Japrin, did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you, Shubhla.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm still learning, so
you're good. Nope, you're good. Absolutely. Hey guys,
thank you.
Any other question, please? Okay. All right, so let's do this journey next 40 minutes. You guys will be, your life will be perfect in the the Agile Scrum world after today. I can guarantee you, unless you make complex your life, that's up to you. I don't know. So I think in this we covered the what Agile Scrum is in 2 lines. I can assure you, you can say those 2 lines to everybody in the world. Nobody will deny you, because those you will not find anywhere else. Those I said it, okay? Tell them, my mentors told me that, and nobody will deny you that, okay? And you always speak your own language is the best than the reading the book version. Book version cannot be sustained forever, because you just memorize somebody's own version. You understand something, you do something, you make your own version. It is powerful, it is effective, it can sustain on your heart even after dying. I'll say you'll remember that. So I think you guys understand. You guys will be working in an agile environment. Agile environment is called, the methodology is called, the framework is a mix and match. Forget about all of this. The before it was the waterfall. So I want to give you some journey so you guys will understand, very carefully understand. You will need for your interview. Waterfall is a methodology. Again, methodology means a group of people will be working to build something, so they need to follow some rules and regulation, process, and the procedure. Okay, so waterfall is very good in a complex environment. Do you know what the hell complex means? If you work in the FBI, it's a super complex environment. If you work in the Department of Homeland Security, super complex environment. If you work in the what is called the security exchange, super complex environment. If you work in the vehicle like industry, super complex environment, super complex. You do not have any imagination how complex those environment means. The complex means big. Complex means big, because the government decision. So if the United States has a 330 million people, what is called Congress made a law today that under 17 people, they cannot do the smoke in the public. Let's say that Congress approve it, and they put the so many agenda on it, means rules and regulation. It went to the Senate. Senate argued a lot. They also approved it. It went to the President, he also approved it. The condition is nationally federal law. It has to be implemented so that it is documented. A local, state, county level, what? Authority can charge a 17-year kid if he smoke in the public. This is super complex. This implementation, this one-line implementation, man, is gigantic. What? Implementation. Because 50 states need to be changed. All 50 states need to be in the city need to be integrated with the city computer need to be integrated with the county computer, county server. County server need to be integrated with the state server. State server need to be integrated with the federal server. State to state server need to be integrated. Their integration need to be done. Why? That's the reason. If you go like Michigan, like way north, that you'll be just going to the ocean. Sorry, not ocean, Michigan Lake. And the cops pull you and he sees your driving license. No, I know you are. How? Because the system is very connected. Systems is very connected. Wherever you are, the people, the law enforcement can know your all the details. So understand this, the under 17 cannot smoke on the public. This implementation locally, state, county, and the federal and the countrywide super complex because thousands of systems need to be million of systems need to be integrated. Okay, I'm just giving an example. These need to be well thought, well documented, and well careful. That's the waterfall works. And this is the reason government does, as of now, waterfall. Why? Before government implements something, they have to be very careful. They know the risk involved. They know if breaks it, what happened. They know the deadline. They need to ensure that all the integration is done. City, county, state, federal. It takes time. And in fact, so many state involved, so many people has to know all of this. So all people need to communicate in a certain way. And hey, after the Georgia is done, we gotta wait for the California. They have to do this first. Why? Because government not only tell them what to do, the government also tell them when to do. And certainly state, this California has to go first. This then the New York has to go second. So now you see this, not only all the state have to implement, now they tell them, oh, no. Certain state has to go first. They have to go to the deadline. That's type of complex in the government project. And that's the reason they do the waterfall. Waterfall means it has to be well maintained. After one part is done, it goes to the another part. After that part is done, it goes to the next segment. Means requirement is done, come to the development. Development need to go to the all the analysis and everything else, then go to the testing page. Testing is done, now go to the release. It's time consuming. Four people cannot work together in the waterfall. It's tough because you cannot bother the business people when they're writing the requirements. You cannot. Absolutely, it is not like the friendly environment. And that's the problem with waterfall development. What this guy did, everything is based on the guesstimation. What is the guesstimation means? Guesstimation is this. They want to build something. Whatever he thinks, he just put together all the requirements and then development team develop. The problem is there is no adaptation. Adaptation means I cannot just make changes I want. Gosh, I just built something, it looked nasty. People don't like it. It's very awkward, right? You cannot adapt. Waterfall is very cumbersome methodology. People cannot make the changes. And that's the waterfall exists today. It will be existing in the future. It will be improving, that's fine. But complex environment, waterfall exists. And I gave you an example with the small requirements, how it can be implemented throughout the United States, state, federal, state, county, city. Okay, and then not only that, school district come to the picture as well, because these kids stay in the school all day, and if they smoke, so school system need to be connected with the city system or the federal system. That's complexity. That's the waterfall world, universe. That's the reason. If you get a job in the federal, you'll be happy because they work slowly. You can sleep. Okay, you can sleep. Literally, I know that people. They say I work only 2 hours, 3 hours, then I sleep. Now come to the. So you need to know why the agile come to the picture. Agile come to the picture is all the complexity you just heard. Agile does not follow all of this complexity. Agile means any web development, thousands of millions of software development you can bring into the agile environment. Why? Less documentation, small functionality, more adaptation, quick delivery, quick develop, right away testing, right away deployment. I want to see the end product. All fast food. Okay? That's the agile. Okay, something is wrong. Hey, we gotta fix it. Yeah, we got to fix it. So now you heard all of this. So as a team member, if you do not have the adaptable mindset, you'll be in trouble. If you do not communicate with other member, you will need it. If you do not clarify what you need to do this. If you are not able to deliver small things every day, you have to do this. If you are not able to collaborate with other people, you have to do this. If you are not able to do the review with other people, you have to do this. All you have to do. That's the Agile Scrum. Okay? That's the Agile Scrum. I said in a couple lines, now I explain more details. So your environment will be dynamic. You don't know when you work with who. You have no idea. You have no idea when you work with what people, but you have to work. It's easy. Okay, go ahead. Someone want to ask the question. Now we'll start this because waterfall was done. Go ahead. Someone asking the question, please. Someone muted.
Yes, this is Nazim. What I know about the waterfall, the Scrum, Agile. So the waterfall is basically like a breakdown thing.
Everything breakdown, brother.
The
The communication is the complex project does the waterfall still. Again, everything I said is, see, I don't have any book in front of me, right? Everything I said is all my experience, all my work knowledge. I do not read the book because I work so I can talk. What is the challenge? Why we are moving from one to the another? Yes, Nazim, you can read the book, but what I said, that's my own experience. And that's the reason the waterfall is getting away. And the more Agile Scrum coming to the picture, millions, billions of projects actually are running on the Agile Scrum. And I already said what the Agile Scrum is. Okay. So now again, Agile Scrum is a methodology or the framework. Somebody actually mix and match, whatever you guys call it. I don't know. I think it's called the framework. Agile is actually the parents. Okay, it has a child, or you can call the flavor. So it has a Kanban, it has a lean, it has a Scrum. It is only the vanilla Agile. Forget about the vanilla Agile. Let's talk about the Agile Scrum. So each the flavor has the own advantage and disadvantage, but the end goal is the same. Less documentation, small user story, get things done in one day, deliver things in one day, continue the process, do the review, have a mindset, open mindset to change it. That's the Agile mindset. So the tools you'll be using, Jira. For the Agile, you'll be using the tools Jira, Microsoft DevOps Azure, or so many other tools. Does not matter. As long as you know the driving, you can drive anything. Some has a beautiful UI, some has a non-friendly UI, but your work is the same. So you need to learn the couple things. Agile Scrum is a methodology. Agile Scrum implemented by the project management team or the product owner team or the Scrum master. Okay. As all of you will be a team member in the Agile Scrum software development environment. Okay. You will be familiar with the tools, means Jira tools. What type familiar, I will tell you now. So for this application, okay, there will be so many functionality need to be there. Okay, so let's go back. Why so many? Let's go see when I say the functionality. Let's familiar with this part, otherwise you will not understand that. Let's go. If you understand this again, then you will know. Let's go back to our documents, right? So we have a documents. Let's go back view. Let's go Jira. Okay. So this is our BRD. Okay, this is our business documents now. This is the way we are going to convert into the technology. We will be calling it could be TS4U project management tools. Okay, this is all the functionality English language you are seeing. This is it. All this functionality you see, all this will be all the user story will be into functionality. We'll be creating different way. We'll be doing our own way. We do not follow anybody. We follow nobody, anything. We do everything our way. So this, all of this, right? So now come to the picture here. Remember, you have to do a structure way. So the beauty of a structure in Agile Scrum means something very big, which is your tools, like the big platform. In a project, there is like a 10 to the 100 people, maybe 1,000 people involved, based on how big the project is. So that's it. Of course, there is a management involved, senior manager, business side manager. They always care about this kind of things. He cared this. He doesn't understand anything else. Okay, because everyone work differently in the office. Manager look for the high level. The immediate leader, he look for his work stream. I look for my work stream. That's how it works. CEO look for his like the work stream. That's the everybody work. So Epic is for this project so many functionality. We can create one by one. That's one of the option. That's not nice, really. That will be garbage looking. Trust me, right? But you can categorize them. Okay, categorize them. So, an example, I want to just create the sign up, create user, forget password, user functionality, user remove, user delete, user assign specific things. You can call it a feature. Not the call it, actually is called the feature. Okay, so understand. Let's start with this. We'll come back here later. Feature. Maybe we shouldn't call the feature. Let's go back with this, with this first. So user story is this. What is this? I want to create a screen like this. Sprint name will be there. How long the sprint week will be. When is the start date? When is the end date? And I want to click start. That's the user story. Okay, I need to create this. So that's the user story. It's called the requirements. When you build it, this will be called the functionality. Before you build it, it will be calling user story. When business tell you, it is business called the business requirements. Business do not call the user story. Many business don't know any of the Agile Scrum. They have no business. They all know I need this. I talk this. They do not talk the way we talk. The business always call the functional requirement documents, business requirement documents, right? So we call it user story on what? On this. Okay. After this, there are so many user story related to a sprint. Project management tools, an example, as a feature, like a similar feature. So in a sprint, normally what do you do? In a sprint, we create a sprint. We add user story. We add task. Under user story, what we do, we actually work. Work means developer write the code, QA start planning the test cases, front-end developer start front-end development, mobile app start preparing the mobile app development, and then before any of this, the CloudOps engineer start preparing the deployment environment, the QA environment. All of this under one story, you actually, it is called the task. Task means actually your task, means your work. So it means this under user story. All the task under user story. Bug. When the QA find a bug or developer find a bug or the DevOps find a bug, that will be also part of the user story. It's a relationship, right? Okay. So we understand the user story, which is this. I want to build this. Then we want the task. Task means all of us who is working, means DevOps is preparing the environment server so he can deploy the code after the developer build the code. After developer write the code and then will be building and deploying. The QA is preparing the test cases and then he will be executing the test cases. And also if he creates a bug, he will be creating a bug, and all the documents you do has to go under user story. Of course, you have to create a documentation. Otherwise, it will not be allowed. It has to be proved that you have spent time on it. In this user story, you take 5 hours. So you did the testing. So you create the documentation test case. Or as a DevOps engineer, you did the deployment 5 hours. And you create the documentation. Everything has to go here. So there will be what? There will be attachment section where you can attach the documents. Good. So you understand user story, business requirement, small functionality, task. When we are working under the user story, tasks can be many. We talked about it. Bug, which is an issue that something is not working as expected. So now the feature, then we go to the epic. Feature is, one more time, very important. Many user story equal to a feature. Now you can call, what is this? What is this actually? The very simple. User management will be a feature. User management means in this project, we need to the user a lot, right? Because user need to be sign up, sign in, delete, create, change password, everything user related, all the functionality will be going to the user feature. That's pretty much it. Will be going to the user feature. Why? So it will be a category. It will be easy to maintain. For who? For you, by the product owner, and the developer can work easily as well. It is all, remember, Agile Scrum is all break down things, categorize things, and make things organized in a nice way. Everyone can understand and work easily. So user story means based on the project, you will provide the, so project creation will be a feature, means project creation, project deletion, add the people in the project, remove the people from the project, then this all be the feature. Okay, so in a project there will be many features, 5, 6, 8, 10, and those will be under an epic. So epic means there is so many features equal to call it epic. So many features is called the epic. Epic always, management always look for the epic. Oh, what is the status of the epic? So what is the management look? Management look for the status, means if the user story is done or not, you need to update, or the product owner will update. Based on all the user story, then there will be a green signal in the feature is done. And when manager open the epic, and he will see there is a 5 features, 3 features are done, the green signal is there. Means the green signal is there. Manager do not go to your test cases at all. Your test case will be reviewed by your senior engineer. Your deployment, the configuration will be reviewed by the senior DevOps engineer. And your code will be reviewed by the senior developer. Management don't come. Manager don't come any of this. He doesn't have any business. Okay? He doesn't do this. So there will be strict like your own life cycle. Your own team will be reviewing your work. You guys will be doing your own work during the sprint. Sprint means in a 15 days environment, the team will be working 5 or 6 of the 10 user story based on the estimation. Estimation means how long this user will take to complete. How long this feature will take to, user story to take to write the code, backend code, and connect on the front end, and create the database, doing the testing, and doing the deployment. That's called the sizing of the estimation. We call the point. every user story has to be pointed, and that we do in the sprint planning meeting. So all the user story goes to the specific feature. The feature has a name based on the category, and all the user story in general is stored in a bucket in the PM tools. Is called the backlog. This gigantic ocean. Okay, just all the story is there. And the sprint planning, based on the priority, each of the user story is open, read, understand, and the team estimate. Of course, now if the QA says, well, how long it will take? Of course, you have to learn, right? Well, I need maybe the 5 hours. I need to create the test cases, different test case. I will give the bad name. If QA can give the bad name on this, it's a problem, right? So you will test. I want to give a bad name here. So developer has to explicit some name here, right? Give an example. I want to give a duration. I want to give a 53 weeks duration, or I want to select a duration. So everybody has their own technique. DevOps his own technique to the deployment. QA has his own technique to testing. And then front-end developer his own technique to write the code, means his own timing. Sorry, I shouldn't call the technique. And his own time for the development. So the backend will do, everybody will do their own timing. That's become the sprint, the story point. And the story point will go to the sprint, and then sprint is started. We'll be working every morning. We'll have a daily stand-up. Means what did I do yesterday, what I am going to do today, and if I have any roadblock. And you will be working simultaneously. Simultaneously means while developer is developing, the CloudOps engineer will preparing the environment, get to know what is the programming language. Remember, go back here again. Go back. He have to know all of this. So he will set up a server. He will install the Node.js. He will get the MongoDB installation. He will set up the Express.js. Everything he will be developing, preparing. Once the development is done, and he will working with the developer to know how to actually configure this, because developer knows. Developer knows because developer, after the business requirement is done, developer is the right guy. He knows. So you are QA or you are like what is called the DevOps engineer. Be professional. Don't take anybody as an enemy in the work. Do not take he says who's it's a fault. Do not say. So you have to, if you want to be growing robust, always have a good relationship with other people. Okay, you talk with confident. Okay, you talk with documentation. You talk respectfully instead of the point finger. So if you want to be successful as a QA, the vehicle validation engineer, developer is the right person. He knows how it works. Or if he doesn't know, he will help you because he wrote the code. So then you're database engineer because he created the database. So he knows how the database work. All right. So of course, so this is the 15 depending on the 15 is a child of the 13. 14 is a child of a 13. 13 is a child of a 12. 12 is a child of a 11. And 16 is a child of a user story. Now you come to what is the child, what is the dependency here? I think you guys know all of this. Until you guys know all of this, child means a dependent, means it's like a hierarchy or like the what is called structure. Dependency is the simple thing. If you guys, let's go back here. Let's go back let's go back here. Here, right here. So I want to create a project. I needed two things to create a project. I need to be a user. To need to be user, I need to do the sign up. See this? So to do this, to create a project on this application, you need to do the two things first. Either sign up, and then you have to do this sign in. Then you can create a project that actually called the dependencies. So in this user story, the user story will be, I want to create a project. So the two dependency will be exist here. Either one will be sign in your existing dependencies. You need to able to sign in. And in the sign in user story, there will be one dependency. What will be? You need to sign up. Then you can sign in. In the sign up user story, there will not be any dependency. There will be just you need the test data valid email ID so you can sign in. That's the dependency. And that's all 5 things you need to know in the agile environment. Remaining will be easy to do. That's it. You need to know how to find it. What work is assigned to you, means user story. Based on the user story, you need to create a task. Task means I am testing something. I am planning the test cases. I am writing the automation. I am preparing the virtual environment. I am developing the front end. I am developing the backend. I am doing the code review. I am doing the CI/CD. All the tasks under what? User story. Everything is recorded in the project management tools. And that's recording under user story. User story recorded under feature. Under feature is recorded under epic. That's the structure is. And everything is recorded. Everything is done by the product owner. These guys do all of this work. Oh, he's not creating your task. He will show you how to do this, but he will maintain all of this very efficiently. If you are not doing it properly, again, in a good environment, he will tell you, please do it properly. In a strict environment, they will, you will not be happy. He will call you later, this guys need to follow the work. So the whole environment is controlled or managed or the lead by the project management, Agile Scrum or Scrum Master team. You will be a follower. This will be created by them. It does not mean you will never create the user story. If you are working in a like as a CloudOps engineer, you can create the user story. You can create it. You can review it as long as people understand it. It need to be estimation. Estimation means how long it will take to complete. Then it will be done. That's pretty much it. So I think that's the work will be done. And see, Shahnawaz, for you, everything is what? All the conceptual. And in couple months, you will see this application will be built. Once it will be built, it will look like this. Okay, Shahnawaz, now you cannot see anything. And that's your job. As a development team, you see nothing. Or you can see something or you see nothing. When you see nothing, it means it's a brand new project. Okay? And when you see something, it means this application need to be enhanced or need to be improved. So that's the two scenario you'll be working. One is you are working in a brand new application. Another is you are working in an existing environment. So for you guys, this will be your brand new application. Okay? And plus, this will be your existing application. Plus, this will be your so many stack here. As a CloudOps engineer for you guys, you will have the length. You will have to use the PHP stack deployment. You will have to deploy Mon stack deployment. You have to use the FFM deployment. You have to use the blog. All of this you have to deploy. All the code base will be providing you. You have to deploy. And then QA will be testing. Our QA do not test that much. They get exhausted with one application. That's the experience because they need to write the code. They need to write the Java a lot. And they get tired. But technically their job is easier than both job is easier. If you work, you connect with the word passion. Okay? The passion come to the priority. Priority come to I am making $17. I am making $8 now. I need to make $50. That's your priority. That's do not call me. Bhaiya, what is my priority? Bhaiya, should I do this? Please. Bhaiya, of course, want you to be doing the good job, right? To make good money, to sustain your career, build your career. Bhaiya is providing what I know. I can transfer knowledge. I can share what I know. I can tell you what the challenge will be, how to overcome this, what you need to do. But Bhaiya cannot put the food on, just swallow it. I cannot do that. I will be helping. The food will be here. You just swallow it. That's the Bhaiya will be doing. So I think that's pretty much it for today. I think we have round down the whole 3 hours. I'm sorry, I did not, guys, give you any break. I normally do not give any break. When I start, it has to go. It's a marathon run. Any question, please? We covered the whole thing. So next week, guys, next week will be actually this kind of things will be covered. Okay, we covered this until this. Next week will be this will be covered. Okay, I think so many things. Next week will be covering excellent thing. We covered a lot of things, but next week we'll be learning the deep dive. And based on what? Based on this. Which one? Where is this? Where is this? Based on this. Where? Here. Based on this. All the work, all the people will be working, all the technology involved based on this simple thing. Business said, I want to build a project management development tool. So you guys will be learning very details. So I will highly recommend listen the each word very carefully, or write down the questions, okay? And if you do not understand, simply ask in this channel, okay? Again, in this channel, you guys are good to go. That's one thing. And then if you guys think yes, this is something I'm interested, I'm ready to go, just simply do the enrollment. After doing the enrollment, then you will just tell us in the enrollment channel, that, hey, can you please allow me? Our team will be allowing you. If you do not tell us, we cannot just give you the access permission. We do not. That's not how it works. This is our own environment. We strictly maintain it. We want to ensure nobody is abusing it. We want to ensure that we are allowing somebody we know it. He actually read the agreement that he is not going to abuse it, or he is not going to abuse it. Let's say that way. So you do the enrollment, then we'll be allowing you. Once you say, but yeah, I'm interested for, we'll just simply deactivate you. You are good to go. Nothing bad about it, okay? And the third week, you guys will get it next week. And then, of course, so then do not say next time, but yeah, when the next start, please do not say that. This week, this last 1.5 hour was part of the journey. Either you continue here or you continue somewhere else, you got the whole idea. The amount you learned, you got the idea. You can write this, you can tell anybody in the world who is the highest level or lowest level, they cannot deny you. If they deny you, ask me. The Bhaiya, he said, I did not learn the good thing. He said, my Agile Scrum concept is wrong. I did not learn the user story wrong. I will take care of that. But you learning Agile Scrum conceptual thing is done. Now we will be implementing, now you'll be using as a user, okay? You will be using the Jira, you'll be in the Microsoft DevOps Azure, doing the hands-on, then you will be used to it, a lifecycle. That's it. Good? Any question? We have to wrap up, guys. You guys can ask the question now, please. Yes.
So আপনার পেমেন্ট এভরি মান্থলি যদি আমি করি, সো আপনার উইকলি কি one time class নাকি?
Okay, he has a good question. He said 2 questions. Payment if you do monthly, then of course you get a 10% discount. If you pay the monthly, then you do not get any discount. Also, let's go back a little bit far away. Let's go read this. We actually carefully do all of this, so you guys will know. Let's go back here. Some of the benefits you guys will see. Let's see here. Let me go back here. Okay, let's go here. Read this one. So there is the benefits, okay? Paying one time and the different benefits. You get access all the mock interview. You get the member support. Of course, you get the member support. Get program done early, and it is 8 months, okay? Join multiple session, okay? Because we will allow you to join multiple session. Of course, your resume preparation, if you take the agreement with us, if you read this, you can get the 10% discount. interview preparation 10% discount, post-job mentoring 10%. You get a lot of things. Okay, for the monthly, you actually do not, because monthly baby said, Baya, when you are going to pay? When you going to pay? Okay, please. I'm busy to make the program robust, to make it unique, to change your career. We do not want to go through a challenge with your payment. We want the gentleman behavior. I'm not able to pay today. I want to pay next week, because otherwise the portal will disable you based on your payment. But this is the benefit you have. You can pay monthly. You can send all the check to us, and we will be depositing monthly. But I want to make sure you know there is a benefits paying one time. And again, your payment comes with your priority. Your priority comes with your situation, today's situation. And based on the priority, you will grow the passion. Based on the passion, you trust yourself. You do the dedication. And from us, we are giving you everything. We are giving you a mobile application. We are giving you the web application. We are giving you the documentation. We are giving you the video. We are giving you the audio. The sky is unlimited. We're sitting down one-on-one whenever you need it. So we are providing. If something is not properly done, we are giving you the tools. You can give us the constructive feedback, then we can improve. So I think it's a very fair. Instead of you just go somewhere else, you say over commitment, less delivery. We deliver what we exactly commit. You play your role, I play my role, our team will play our role, you make it happen. We give you time slowly, and there's not one time the workshop. Actually, so this is what happened. Your global show and tell, that's your day-to-day, your show and tell. It's an example. I show you. So that's the fun part. So let's go back here. You said here, you need to do the show and tell. So you design the show and tell. You'll be giving the show and tell in front of me, in front of your team, in front of other people. Okay? And those show and tell we record on the YouTube. Okay? So let's go check. Someone asked a good question. Okay? Someone asked a question. So this show and tell will be recorded here. If you see, look at this, manage Kubernetes, then the application and service deployment, very good. 2 hours, the team has done the whole show and tell. You will be absolutely amazed to watch this show and tell. 10 people is working day and night. So they are putting their effort. We are giving our commitment to fulfill their journey. So the people who ask, the one day the workshop, you have to do the show and tell based on what you learn, what you have been taught, what have been shown so far. Show and tell will be designing in the PowerPoint, and then you will be designing the show and tell, and you will be actually providing the show and tell through the global show and tell. Okay, this is where you'll be showing, other people can be watching, they will be asking you the question. So that will be Monday and Wednesday, or any day you are ready. Any day, based on the calendar you set up. See that? We talk about it. It's a corporate environment setup, very organized way. So you need to be professionally behave. Okay? I want to talk half an hour, set up one-on-one. I want to do a show and tell, set up one-on-one. This is my show and tell list. This is show and tell list. What is the show and tell? You click it, you will see it. Make sense? That's how it has to be, because it's a transformation. Why? Because I'm working in the factory as a worker. What do I know about the IT? Nothing. You need to go through the transformation journey. Not only technology, the way you communicate, the way you say things, the way you do things, everything has to go equally. I am not your friend. I am your mentor. If I'm by older than your age, then of course you respect me. I'm younger than age, still you need to respect me and my team, because we are your mentor. We will be guiding you for your success, your technology success, your collaborative success, communication success, corporate success. All things will go aligned. Everything is set it up professionally. You will be professionally using it. You will be acting professionally. and the end goal will be, you'll say, "Bhaiya, I got it. I got the job." That's it. The people who is doing something odd job 5 months ago, 6 months ago, they are making 150,000. Right? The people who is working odd job means nothing bad. Means they are doing their job. They are not skills. They are not skilled. Now you are being professionally high skilled, technically shabby. Corporate environment was very efficient. Now you'll make a lot of money. So everything has to go aligned. Or you will say, "Bhaiya, I lost my money." We do not want that happen. And that's will go with your my progress. So no matter if 1,000 people work here, I will look couple things, I will know what you're doing. And that's my brain. I put everything together so I can monitor you super easily. Okay? That's it. I talked about all of these things. This portal has all the materials to tell me your angel. The portal is your angel, right or left. If you do right, it will tell you everything what you do. If you do wrong, it will be blank. It's like the heaven without anything, right? So this portal you have to use properly to your journey, to your corporate, the skills building, communication skills building, communication, collaboration, the what is called the soft skill, and the technology skills. Everything is here. That's pretty much it, guys. Any other question?
Yeah, the monthly program.
Yes.
So the resume preparation, resume build, and interview preparation. So is it, or do we have to still pay for this, or
Sure.
it's included?
Good question. So the amount of the mock interview is given. Okay. Two things has been observed here. Okay. We gave everything. Okay. And the member has made the commitment that I will pay you after we get job. They did not. They did not pay. They did not tell us they got the job. Okay. They ran away under the table. That's what we did. No problem. As a technology professional, we build the technology. So what we did, everything is after the program, absolutely you want more service, you can make the contract. You do not want any service, door is open, you just tell, "Bhaiya, I got the job." That's all I want to hear. I do not want to have any bad communication with you because I'm a visibly crystal clear person. Okay, so all the mock interview will build your strong foundation. It's a unique, nowhere you can see this mock interview. Do you know how it works? It's super powerful. I show you one more time. I'm super proud what we do here. Okay.
So, are you actively working with any other recruiters on opportunities?
Actually, no, I'm just looking into the job market now. I'm applying for the job. A couple recruiter reach out to me, but I have not made any commitment. I can work with you. Thank
Actually, no, I'm just.
You see this? How I answer? Upload.
Actually, no, I'm just.
Next. This is the groundbreaking. You find nowhere. This is we did it. It's our own like a unique like a innovation. So once I give you all of this, why you pay me money? You don't need to pay me money. You paid money. You got the program. I give you everything else. You ask me a question, Bhaiya, what it is? I will answer you. After your program is done, you are very confident. You can get your own job. You want resume? Bhaiya, we already know. We all make the fake resume. I do not worry about the resume. I worry about how you talk. You can talk about your project. You can talk about your tools. You can talk what you did here. That's all I care about. That's the digital transformation. So answer is, if you come agreement with us, yes, you pay money. If you do not come agreement with us, you are fine because I give you all the tools and resources. But so far, 80% member, they come agreement with us. 20% either they are not ready, and 10% only I found they can get job their own. But you have been given all the options free. You are not binded here to be with me forever. Next question, please.
So the resume reading. So you will not make the resume for us.
It's easy. I will give you a resume. Resume is easy. That's not the easy thing. Yes, you get the resume, but again, your background check and everything else, the same thing. If you want me to take the responsibility, yes, you pay me when like how you pay everybody else. Like you pay like after job you get the pay. We do the same thing, but we give the more power. We free option. If you want, you can pay us. If you do not want, if you find somebody else, you can pay them. If you find somebody like a less, an example, you find somebody $2,000. Why you pay me more than that, right? You don't need to. So I give you the options so you can choose based on your situation. Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. Next question, please. Good? No more question. You guys should be good, right? All right. So I'm stopping this.